when we last left off, our intrepid heroes finally finished the hallowing of Minotha. Or rather, they finished the baby hallowing, and then, rather than sticking to their guns and letting me assault them with all of the ghosts in the entire city for 24 hours, decided to go yank the curse beast out of the queen by using gender change magic on a sexist curse. With no queen to inhabit, the curse manifested as another curse dragon. The party did what the party do and stabbed it to death and broke the curse. When this happened, they talked August down from capturing its soul stone so that he had a nexus of power to continue drawing on, whereupon he promptly had a heart attack, momentarily died, and then got chakra punched in the heart by Szooth and revived. We left off.
Over the weekend. Then over the weekend, we went over how Winter was supposed to die, actually.
Yeah, the party forgot that Winter was supposed to die here anyway, and so promptly performed CPR on the old man when he died.
I lacked the energy to role play out a sensible way of going, no, just let him die. There's no way to do that cleanly, so I
feel like Savin was going to let that happen, but then I rolled a 20.
Look, I mean, it was just a DC, like, what is it, 10 medicine check to stabilize a dying person?
Okay, fair enough. I didn't even need the 20.
No, the best doctor in the entire city just came out and punched August in the throat, or in the heart, and his heart started beating again. No, punching in the throat goes back to Deckard pain we were talking about before the session. Anyway. So yeah, we left off with the party going up into the library, sans August and Ursula, who are chilling back down in the throne room while the old man recovers from his heart attack. There were some dice rolls done to find books and stuff, which, for the benefit of the stream and our goldfish-like memories, won't go over again, though I shared them in chat a bit ago. The books you found were a Glimmer of Hope, Restoring Spirits to Consciousness from Soulstones, which was about a couple of Airvane and Frost dragons trying to revive a little wormling soul, with no tremendous success, but definite promise in their research. The Blackbird Lamentations, which is an oracular prophecy about a soaring black raven circling the body of a dead heron, lamenting as a fox picks at the carcass. Its height above the raven spies a nest of heron eggs the fox is yet to find, and sweeps down to jealously guard them. Boron obviously is deeply concerned upon seeing this. He found one of Tiamat's books, a memoir of the doomed northern campaign of frost giants and dragons fighting on Airvanen, and the dragons being crushingly defeated. And Hashat has indeed secured a copy of the Genealogy of the Royal House of Dalmanotha, the most recent version, whereon you see that there are at least two princes, Demian and Constantin, who are unaccounted for amongst the dead of the city. And then you found two relatively minor magic items and one major. When searching the noble quarter of the city, you found Prince Ilyamiro's plug, Constantine's bracers, and, of course, the princess's big fucking hammer, Tide Splitter.
Which I can carry around.
Yeah. We'll just pop open those handouts for chat's benefit, if nothing else.
Oh, it looks like a little fishy.
Ah, yes, and of course the Queen's nipple rings, which I believe we went over at the end of last session.
We gave them to Tassie.
You did.
It's the big milky.
Wait, you gave them to who? Because I heard
Cassie.
Cassidy. Okay, Cassidy.
Cassie.
Okay, yeah. I heard Cassidy is like
Yeah,
Is that
I'm
like some
sad that big
Dragon
milky
Ball
power there is
fusion?
once a year.
Yep, it is. It is the Biggie Milky on the elf. She's
Mm,
destroyed her top yet again.
Oops.
Oops.
He just looks at the tits, looks down at herself, just gives them. Ursula just gives a spare.
you have to use a fucking Ursula bra now. It's so big.
Yeah, so you're of similar proportions.
Hashat doesn't complain about this at all.
I'm sure.
But she's perfectly fine with this. Unfortunately, when Nahia wakes up from her nap,
Oh,
she sounds a little bit like this because it turns out that she forgot that because she's no longer a paladin, she does not have divine immunity, and she has been sleeping pretty much anywhere she felt with. I have caught common cold.
Wait, you're a salamander. I didn't know you can get those.
Of course you can, by not sleeping in places that are warm.
But we're cold-blooded.
That's right. And cold-blooded people like look at me. I gesture at my tail flame and it's so small. I do not have much energy for doing so after a long period of fighting, so I got cold while sleeping, and now I have the sniffles.
Either way, I am assigning you some chicken soup and bed rest.
Oh, there is no time for bed rest, but I will not say no to soup.
What are you talking about? You can practically just lay on the Hashat.
I don't think I will be doing that. No, I will walk like grown adult.
Well, you are grown adults, I won't force you, but it would be very good for you if you tried to relax and let yourself heal.
There will be time for me to relax eventually. I do not think you have forgotten surely that I have incredible constitution. I will get over it soon enough. I just temporarily have cough and sneezes and croaky voice.
well, I hope you get better soon.
Thank you. I hope I get better soon as well.
Of the almost time, I have incredible constitution. Cough.
Look, you can have powerful constitution and still get sick. It just means you recover quickly. Yes, we need to get Sarah's a nice new shield herself. Or some kind of dope wand of blasting to hold in her other hand.
Oh, you guys dote on me. I was kind of hoping we'd find some money around here, but
That's what we
treasury looked kind of
usually.
empty.
That's
We
what
were
we
here
usually.
once
sort-
before.
Yeah, we've already peeled through there.
We looted
Oh,
the
poop.
treasury the first time we were here.
And that said, we've got about
Granted, there's all this city down here, and no doubt there's money scattered around.
At least at least I finally disproved that theory that magic and loot just randomly appears in dungeons.
that you cannot in fact
This
clear a
place
dungeon
was a-
out and come back and it's
This
refilled.
place must have had a thriving commerce, so there are shops all
Yes,
over.
if we go looking for markets, we can probably peel through for more cash. But we have like 5,000 gold sat around. It's not been split for some time. That said, until then, are you able to use this wand of negative energy flood?
That's a good
Don't think
question.
anyone else of us are using it, but it might be powerful enough for you to have in your offhand.
Let's see if that is on the wizard list. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sarah's
Sweet.
will pick that up. That's some pretty gnarly dark magic, but okay.
Yeah, as long as it is used for good and we don't go raising any undead with it.
I can't guarantee the spell won't raise undead, but I'll try not to.
Okay. It's fine if you do, I'll just poke him with my sword.
Let's see. How many charges are in that?
3, and it is a non-recharging wand.
Yeah. Okay, I will just slap that on Ceres' sheet.
Sweet, I will take that out of our pilot.
Question, she's a one-hander, correct then?
Technically.
She does not care about using one or two hands, but she currently has a versatile weapon used in two hands.
Why don't you just give her a tight split then?
My sword is much better than that.
Her
Damn.
sword kicks ass, as far as swords are concerned.
Look at it. There we go.
What was that noise?
Sorry, that was me.
Is that like a tremendous fart, or is there like a dog hunting you?
That was just me making noise because I was reading over.
Okay. It definitely sounded like the sound a dog makes when it's holding something it doesn't want to let go of.
Brr.
Mm,
Nahia,
that?
I have been thinking, when you sleep next, you said you were going to go to help Morgan.
That is correct. There are yet more people to interact with, and as we all know, our wonderful and dear Mori is not exactly a
Sociable?
supremely social, yes, person, and I would not like her to be crushed by anxiety in meeting all these new
Right.
faces alone. Plus,
When
I have proven very good at putting up structures on the other side.
when you do go there, could you do me a favor?
Probably.
Unfortunately, we left Lashawn over in the Pantheon to guard our friend, and so they were not present for me to dispel the transformation on them. If you could,
I should
you-
be able to flip
could you-
them, yes.
yes, if you or Morgan could set my ancestors right,
Of course, of
that'd be
course.
nice.
Can perform some manner of that. If anything, I don't actually. I won't know until we get there, actually. But I wonder what would they appear as their preferred identity when they move to their afterlife. I don't know how that works with the soul. That is a moral quandary, I believe, more than some kind of magical one.
I have no idea, but
Well, there will be one way to find out, and I shall do that later this evening.
thank you.
It is fine. That and on looking upon this little prophecy, having a couple of ideas.
Did you?
I will keep them to myself for now and ponder over them a little bit longer, of course. I would not want to jump ahead. But I suspect that eggs, if not directly children, are instead aspects. Most gods' aspects come in sets of 3, right?
Usually, I think.
I know Morrigan comes in a set of 3. There's Morrigan the Paladin, Morrigan the Wizard, and Morrigan the Warlock.
That's another thing I've been wondering about, actually.
What where Mori's other avatars are?
No. Morgan has a dream, right? Yeah? Yeah, that's where all these souls have been going.
Correct.
How does she... Isn't... It's hers, right? She's not sharing it with that other god? That other
Oh,
death deity?
Please, grave deity, not death deity.
Grave deity.
Um,
Are they not
no,
the same?
it is not. It is not being shared. I believe there are two separate members of the grave.
How does that even work?
Just a difference in ways that you follow, I believe. The other deity's concept of the grave is slightly different from Mori's. Technically, I guess the two could fight over it, and then the loser gets eaten and their dream subsumed, but that would be a waste of power. Especially since Mori now owns a chunk of, I believe, the domain of time. Is it time? I forget which one you absorbed.
Warren will just kind of nod. Time.
Right. And then you look at time as a part of death itself, and the fact that Mori is Mithras's child, it's very different from the sanctity of the grave. I guess she's more part of a cycle of death as opposed to the static finality that comes with the other grave domain. Simply put, because I am capable of making this distinction, so too are others, and that means that God has power.
I would have thought that they would have... I don't know. One of them would have consumed the other by now.
There's no point. The gods are not fighting to control our fate anymore.
Still, it seems kind of strange that there's two gods of death. Grave.
Thank you. It's fine. I've made that mistake a couple times myself. I just get picked in the ear. Oh, Mori. Look, there are plenty more domains out there. I suspect hers will change from being statically the grave.
We shall see.
Look, I think my idea was a pretty functional one. I like the idea of your ownership of the grave being part of the cycle of life, but, that is admittedly just my mumbling, but also I think I'm your high priestess, so just shrug.
Saris,
Yes.
could you help me peruse the archives for a bit? There's something I want to look for.
Well, you came to the right place.
I'm trying to find something on the Primordials. My people worshipped them primarily but as it turns, they were children of Senatrea. They were dragons.
Mm-hmm.
They are not the only primordial dragons, though. We've encountered one other, that monster Dehag.
Right.
And I want to know if there are more things like him. And maybe this archive has some record of primordials or their worship.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, but if you've encountered more than just the 4 elemental archons, I don't think it's a leap to conclude that there are more primordials of other high concepts. Pestilence and disease, other natural phenomenon, might be a primordial of earthquakes or of stars.
A star dragon. That sounds kind of interesting. That sounds kind of nice.
After all, what's Senatrea if not a primordial of Residium?
I suppose. So yeah, let's see if we can find some, in the religion section, some information on the primordials. on the primordial dragons.
Sure.
Wouldn't be surprised if something like the Hague had been expunged, though. That creature was evil.
If you want to give me a another intelligence ability check for specific information, Saris will give you an assist.
Mm. 15. We knew that the Hague had squirreled away a contingency in case he died. And I wonder if perhaps maybe some of the others might have done that too.
Mm,
I still regret having to kill Vulcanus.
I bet. Well, here's a book on the Primordials. Don't see an author anywhere, and it has 4 sections. Not much help here, I'm afraid.
It's just about the main 4.
Mm-hmm. There's some front matter here about Sinatrea being a primordial too, but you'd have to go through it page by page to see if there's anything specific about other lesser primordials.
Well, I'll take this book with me and give it a look through. We have a business too. We are going to try and find and talk to Sinatrea about that matter with her, one of the Lyris Knights. That's a little crazy. I hope she doesn't get a little, I don't know. I hope she doesn't hold it against us that we killed Vulcanus. I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope not.
Yeah, I would not be surprised either, but I've never met her myself, so I don't have much insight. I'm sure my mother would hold it against you forever if you killed me, though, so.
Well, we have no intention to do that. Just don't go, just don't go crazy.
Well, I've been there once, not really looking forward to doing that again.
Who wrote this book?
It doesn't have an author tag on it. It's not in particularly good condition. Maybe mending might help.
Well, that's something I can do, that's for sure.
Ah, good. Well, I'll leave you to it for dinner then.
Okay. I'll set cast mending on that.
Saris assumed you meant you could cast mending. She's like, all right, see you in 10. All right.
I mean, I can.
Oh. I thought you said you were going to get cast to mend it. Like,
No, I can.
okay.
I can cast mending.
Okay, so you set to work, waving your hand about the ancient tome. Let's see, I need a good Minotaur name. Here.
I'm not trying to pronounce any of those. Fuck you all.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Uncle Barbarian will show you how to kill monsters. Yeah, Sarah gets to see the little offering that was left for her at her feetsies.
She's gonna kind of glance your way. She rolls her
she's-
eyes a bit and smirks.
And she's just brushing Voron. Has swapped from the brushy pick to like probably a little bit of metal polish just for Voron's helmet to make sure it is the perfect amount of glitter shiny. Because obviously Bab.
Orb. Warren is happy to get some attention.
Heck yeah, Voron did a very good job.
Yes, he did.
Because being stuck as Froge would have been a real pain in the dick hole.
Killed your ass real good.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something mildly cathartic for a familiar getting to kill its master, even if temporarily.
There probably is, yeah. It would be like learning that your master, just this once, temporarily has become bread.
It's like learning that you can kill God.
Even gods may bleed.
You do it just to say you did,
Yep.
if nothing else.
Yep. I'm sorry, but it turns out my god has temporarily become as Froge, I consume. No, Senator gets big hugs. I bet even Senatrea would like to get a good old, like, a scale polish and a head rub, all that good shit. I imagine that by this point, at least as far as Crash is concerned, if she has to do like an all-over scale polish, then she puts on a mask. Otherwise, she just finishes by the time she's done high as fucking balls.
Yeah, she's not allowed to put on the mask. It's too much fun watching her just trip out.
Just start on one end, and by the time I'm at the tip of the tail, I'm just going, oh fuck.
By the time she's at the tip of the tail, she's just huffing the tail and hugging it. Oh yeah.
It's just fucking crushing it.
Yeah, I feel at this point Crush definitely has like the permanent blue lips and hair.
Oh,
Who?
probably. Crusher.
Crusher.
Oh, yeah.
Too much dragon huffing.
Yeah, she definitely does.
He has the spice essence, the blue on blue eyes.
Yeah, I got the blue
exactly.
on blue. It's great though. I got lick dragon feet. Don't judge me.
Saris will definitely judge you a lot.
I'm saying we know you're into it.
If I ever get caught licking a dragon's feet, someone will immediately judge me, but Savin will also give me inspiration. That's just how that works.
Do you want to suck them toes?
Oh, well, let me at them fucking toes, dragon babe. God, that's a
You
lot creepier
don't
when
know
I've got
why
a croaky
Nahia, but
voice.
Saris is looking at you with just abject disgust all of a sudden.
Yeah, but poor Nahia herself is just like, just give it a little helmet polish. Or maybe Saris just likes to stare while Nahia's polishing a helmet.
crossed
Boner
legs.
jokes. Boner joke.
All right. So, anything else you want to do up here in the library?
I don't know. I think last time I was here, I got to learn some pretty cool things in Spellbook. I can't
There
cast
is one
a
last
lot of
thing
things.
I'm going to do here.
You should
I'm-
record some rituals.
I'm taking these books. I'm stealing them from the library.
Seriously,
You don't
gonna
want
watch
the-
you come out of there with the collected works of Conrad. Hashat, where are you going with those?
I am taking them for safekeeping.
I was going to say,
Safe
actually,
keeping
we're
where?
letting.
I'm going to bury them in the dirt.
That's one step removed from book burning. No.
Yet Sarah's
No.
just crooks her fingers like, give me the books.
Mm. What are you going to do with them?
She owns a library, a magic
I
library
own a
on a different
library.
plane.
Mm,
I'm not going to let you destroy books or bury them out of circulation. If we've saved a library from being buried for 1,000 years, these deserve to be read. Just because you don't agree with the political ideology contained therein doesn't give you the right to decide no one gets to read them.
truth be told, I do actually kind of want to read them. I want to.
It is a slice of Minothan history.
Yes, I want to understand why why some of my people were drawn to this. Though
I mean, historically,
I can take a guess why, but
historically, probably due to oppressive regimes, due to monarchies.
something
Always
along
forget
those
you're a
lines.
scholar.
I was going to say the slavery part and but I would like to see what draws people in.
Okay.
And
Easy
then
way.
you can take them and put them in your weird space library.
My weird space slime. Okay. Yes.
Rude.
All right. That's fine.
I mean,
Savin.
Yes.
Last time we were here, I recorded a bunch of magic stuff and a bunch of old rituals and all that. So I have access to a fantastic number of them. One thing I don't think I went out of my way to record, although I definitely should have done, and will. I know I do have Minotha's magic circle. I was wondering if they had other magic circles here, though, like recorded. Now that we've cleared this place up and we get to go through the Queen's various unmentionables, is there anywhere that she has kept a log of other magic circles connected to Minotha?
That's
Ancient
a good
magic
question.
circles.
They absolutely are not recorded either here or in the teleportarium.
No,
However,
I imagine that's dangerous logic, but the Queen is the Queen.
exactly. And yeah, she was absolutely capable of casting teleportation circle herself. So that is a fair question.
Both her and her daughter both seem completely inured to the Hashat method of teleportation.
Yeah, you can absolutely be sure that Lyshan and Drahimira's teleportation circles were basically the same shit.
Right.
But yeah, if you guys want to roll an investigation check, you can indeed get potentially an address or two that are
If someone
unfamiliar.
is good at investigation, that would be dope. I'm not, but I will give you my cheetah vision to assist you.
Surprisingly, Sarah's only has a 2.
I feel like it's gotta be Szooth, or can we use Tarn as an investigation bot?
No, Tarn is in the library, and he is not going anywhere until he has to leave.
Of course. Szooth, then, I believe you are our best investigator.
Give me my sheet. Yep. And
Saris will assist.
All right. 21.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
and okay. You find it doesn't matter. Also,
Okay,
it's a
I forgot
long-term
I have
test.
guidance.
Yes, you are a guidance bot now, and enjoy your life of
Yay!
being
I have like
used.
so many fucking cantrips now, it's ridiculous.
Warlocks. Anyway, yes. In the Queen's chamber, tucked away in a secret compartment in her desk, you find a gold-leafed book with a series of runic codes on them that you recognize as teleportation addresses. In addition to a couple of ones you are already familiar with, there are 3 new ones. They are not, however, labeled.
No, I imagine not. Let's have a look.
They're not what?
They are
Not
not
They
labeled.
aren't labeled.
Not labeled.
But can we throw an Arcana at them to intuit some kind of like cardinal point on the Earth?
That
I
would
don't
be
know if it's
incredibly difficult, but you could intuit some directions with a very high roll, yes.
can we rub a Szooth on that? A little Arcana.
That I think Saris might actually be better at. She's got a mighty
probably.
6.
Ah,
Okay.
yes, that is 1 point better.
Okay. Then the Durgan roll. And this you can pop a guidance on.
Sure. Chuck my guidance in the hat.
Doot.
Oh,
Okay.
18 is probably not going to cut it.
No, Saris looks through this. She is not able to divine anything of note from these addresses. They are but ruins.
That is fine. It turns out that I have a very secure, safe, and pretty much successful method for figuring these out.
You do?
Oh?
Yes, the magic mirror on my ship. I just intend to ask it where these circles go. Yeah, I'm really annoyed that I never thought of that before. Yeah.
I mean, now that you say it.
Yeah, I know, right? I could have just asked the whole time. Whenever we were unsure about magic circles, and just fucking never did because we're idiots, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if Hashat wants to roll an additional check, she could try as well.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I'll take
You
it.
could always wing it for a crit.
23.
23. You also have no success. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see.
We'll progress on the Azalea picture. I'll just sneak this over to you on the Discords, Savin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Aw, yeah.
They're so cute.
I think it's probably about time for like a long rest.
Oh, we still haven't got one of those?
No.
Well, not since the boss fight. You only did like 2 encounters today, to be fair.
Yep.
Yeah, it has been in just a long, continuous day, hasn't
I
it?
guess I don't have to do it then, yeah.
We're used to the
Been
passage
a
of time.
damned long day.
With this place, well, freed up. I guess we can crash in the palace then.
Yeah,
I guess so.
there's not really any nice
That's where
living
you're wrong,
arrangements.
bucko. I'm gonna ask Hashat really nicely if she will mending these sheets and make them all fluffed up and warm, so that I have something to comfort up in while I sip soup.
Sure.
Yes, good.
Some Minotaur-sized blankets for you.
Hell yeah. Like, come on, it's royal bedrooms. I bet after a bit of mending, if anything, I would be surprised actually if the Minotaur Queen's bedding isn't actually magic, just so that it stays clean from all the mark.
Look, if mending is the equivalent to historical like restoration.
It super is. Yeah, restoration channels in this universe are really boring. It's just casting the mending spell.
Yeah, they
Well,
are expensive and they are liquid resistant, but they are not magic. They're just made of a
Okay,
nice
well.
material.
That is fine. Chuck a mending all up ons. If anything, though, after seeing this, Nahia is like, I'm gonna have to make magic bedding.
See, you guys can spread out to the various royal chambers, clear out some skeletons, mend bedding, and go
Why the
to
fuck do you need
bed.
to be?
August will eventually recover enough that he can push himself up to his feet with some help from Ursula and hobble off to bed for a much needed nap. Hopefully not a permanent one.
If he goes in his sleep, he goes in his sleep. But when he wakes up, say August, when you wake up, assuming you wake up the following morning, which, sorry, it might not happen. Have you had any thought on how you would like to go out of the assorted party members? Because I had a pretty
What?
wicked idea.
Wait, what?
Well, you had a heart attack. I don't know what'll happen if you go to sleep tonight.
No, the part after that where one of you kills me.
Well, I mean, I actually thought, honestly, that going at the end of the mission thing would be a good way to go, but well,
I-
there was a very obvious panic in the moment, and Szooth dived in, and it would be really fucked up to stop that from happening. Not to mention incredibly rude. But I'm sure you're eager to return to a functional, ageless body, and also return to your wife so that you can, make elven babies.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Was kind of touching, the whole panicking and saving my life thing, though. But
Oh,
that said, if I have the comparatively unique ability to go and die and not really have to give a shit about it, it seems like a waste to just throw it away for the laugh.
true, but you don't want to put it off for too long. So I was thinking, what way do most people want to go but never actually get the opportunity? And I'm thinking, we trap your head between Hashat's thighs, put her up on a statue, and do a front somersault off of it. If the crush doesn't get you, the landing will.
Okay. That, yeah, I mean, there are worse ways to go. Not sure having my face nestled in horse balls is how I pictured
She
it,
can
but
obviously cup her hands underneath the hold up, and then it's just thighs.
Okay,
Incredible thighs. Deadly thighs.
Okay, out of character. Fuck you. Hashat doesn't get to do this. He says yes. I don't care how I move with those thighs. I will drink a potion or take a magic item. It will be my thighs that I'll kill him. The fuck you're gonna take this satisfaction from me?
that said, is, whoa, calm down there, Ursula. Put the hackles down. It's all right.
It was just my fun idea, of course.
Uh,
Figured I would
Yes,
spitball something out there.
Yes, I can see the comedy in it, but it is slightly horrifying.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I would like to say I died in thighs. When the
Eh.
time eventually comes. Way cooler than age or sickness.
I mean, if a shot's going to kill me, I'd rather her do like a flying tackle ass first on my head, but that might just be me.
Yeah, but then you have to be
No,
worried about what
no.
happens if you survive.
I don't think anyone's
No,
surviving 900 pounds of horse ass.
then it just holds up her hands and makes up approximate size with her inside of her index and thumb. Like
I'm not
it
going
can
to
get
lie.
this about this big.
I was going to
would.
say though, I would be hard pressed to resist the urge to not use that magic butt plug we found, so the shot is at maximum stretch, just for the raw prank of it.
What the fuck?
You'd
this
fucking
guy-
disappear.
This got really weird really fast.
Got incredibly weird, but the mental image is hilarious.
Reminds me of this horrible story I heard about a hamster. Never mind.
Oh
Oh,
No.
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 Let's leave South Park where it lies.
No, no.
Head twitches and just says, "Let me wink."
Oh, you heard that one.
Yeah, no, actually, a lot of people
I
heard
don't-
that one. I don't know who propagated that tale, but it's got its own theme song.
It's in the history books.
Horrifying. Anyway, moving on. I was more thinking that, well, your next quest, so to speak, you're going to Stormvale for that Ring of Regeneration, right?
Correct.
Well, there's 3 white witches there that I have unfinished business with. If I've got a disposable body that needs murdering anyway, I might as well come along and go get myself killed there.
Wait,
I
If you
have
say
a
so.
question.
I didn't think you
Also,
could
why
die.
the witch is white?
Do you plan to have sex so hard that you're going to die?
Holy no, god damn it.
Oh, you
That-
said
No,
white
they're-
witches, not
they're
white
w-
bitches.
They're whites. Yeah.
W-I-G-H.
Oh,
You know, that
white
funny thing,
bitches.
actually, that's how that got started. When their mother was still around, the White Queen, she got freed from a magical prison by a knight, a Valish kid, who mistranslated a text and thought she was this WHIDE queen, like a dragon, a
Oh,
Resian
fuck,
dragon.
that's terrible luck.
And so he goes to this prison where she'd been sealed by the Fae hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and awakens her from this slumber, breaks her out of a crystal cocoon at the bottom of the lake, brings her up expecting, the classic story, true love's kiss will wake her up. Well, whites do have a hell of a kiss, like a succubus, so his ass got drained to death. And
Poor guy.
some adventurer kids came along after that. Most of them died and turned into whites. It was a whole thing.
Basically, just a situation that spiraled out of control.
Pretty
Wait.
much, yeah.
Wait.
I ended
Again,
up
my
having
only
to
fear
go
is
in
that
myself
you've-
and kill the bitch, but almost killed me in return.
Yeah, my only fear is that you going up against someone that can create the undead might scramblify any kind of magic you've got. We'd have to go in and kill you anyway.
Yeah, what if you got turned?
Yeah.
Oh no, I turned back into a undead. Oh no.
Yeah, but
I mean,
wouldn't you
considering-
be-
Oh, white
Considering-
though, like a real shitty undead with rotty bits
Yeah,
and a
but then you
gaunt
just
face.
fucking kill me and on I go.
Yeah, true. Up to you. Your death.
Then again, I suppose I am kind of
Ursula?
just a shitty old man now. What, Ursula?
Well, Lieutenant Dan, you don't have no powers.
Yeah, that is something of an issue. I'm not any less of a talented swordsman now, but there won't be any smites or spells coming out. No healing magic.
Again, unless you go Warlock in the night, I sort of, I'm pretty sure that's how my patronage came from a visit in the dream, right?
It wasn't in the dream, quote unquote, so much as like
In
Morgan.
a dreamscape, sorry.
Yeah. It was
So,
mostly
yeah.
like Morgan using Warren to like enter your mind while you slept.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, especially now that the magic here is done, if Ari goes a little bit of a sleep wander, especially, considering Queen Succubus. climb into your dreams. I would be surprised if she doesn't come and offer you faint patronage.
Dreams. You know, that's a spell in this book I've got.
Mhm.
Actually, summoning a dream demon or something to like give someone the suck when they're asleep.
Huh. Wait, suck SUCC or?
I'm not sure.
Uh,
That is a very dangerous.
yeah, it's a dangerous proposition.
That is a more dangerous word. That is a more dangerous word to get wrong than the white.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Actually, kind of same circumstances in this case.
You know, you're not wrong.
Well, you can't always. Well, there's Airy and there is the your fox, the fox girl, fox god.
It's true.
Clearing?
Clearing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's got to be really weird to become your daughter-in-law's patron. Sorry,
Well,
patry.
she's.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. Okay. I will say this. You cannot deny that this has been a lot of fucking redemption.
Of course it's been, but also I feel as fitting as it is, it's still a little bit odd when it's family. You do not want the one who is seen as the younger and in charge of you. There's definitely a shift in power dynamic involved in that kind of thing.
I mean, I'm not actually sure. No, I'm 100% sure Kalir is not younger than me,
Well,
which is
no,
weird, but me.
it is weird. Whatever. I don't know.
Well,
It's
you're
your
older than
faith,
all of us.
your faith, and your fate.
Well, I would say this: Ceres looks younger than pretty much every one of us, but she's technically older than all of us.
I mean,
Experience-wise as well, not by masses, just because she spent a lot of it to sleep.
yes, I suppose I was born earlier than any of you, but I'm,
Yeah,
well,
and August here looks way younger than most of y'all.
Sure.
now Ceres is
Eric,
like
I
thinking
just-
hard. Well, Ursula, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I turned 70. I turned 70 for like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, happy birthday! And yes, then I guess I am older than all of you, except Sir August.
23.
I am a proud 99.
Oh, heck, it means your 100th is coming up. We're going to have to party like it's your 20th.
For a dragon, it might as well be. I'm barely more than a wormling myself, truth be told.
No,
Ah,
this
but
is fine.
yes. Actually, what month is it anyway? I might be 100 now, by my
Not
reckoning.
right now.
Just looks
Seemed like
over
it
at
was
the
always-
calendar.
As always, it is a good question.
Adventurers constantly losing track of time. Let's
I
see.
know,
Yeah,
that's why I
Tarnavak
had
is.
I had to
don't-
write it down. What month
It
is
is
right now?
April 2nd, right? Yes. Yesterday was April Fool's.
I
Of
don't even
course.
travel, and I lose track of time all the time. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
yesterday was April Fool's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm glad I missed that.
Yeah.
What?
DCL, no.
You were here.
Your character was here. August died on April
It's April.
Fool's.
It was
He had a
April
heart
1st
attack, just
yesterday
kidding.
in the campaign, not in real life.
Not today during
It's November. DCL.
November.
You think I keep track of the calendar? I don't.
That would be.
Holy
That's
shit! Did we
that's why-
just
that's why you
gaslight
said-
DCL
that's why you
back
said-
towards half a
is this-
year?
Wait a second. Is this why you've been having such a hard time getting a reliable doctor?
No. I was just like, oh, it must have been April, whatever. I just if people tell me it's the time, I just assume whatever dates internally I'm wrong.
It's weird. I keep missing my April 3rd doctor's appointment. It's strange. They keep not seeing me, just saying I'm not turning up the wrong time. We're late.
You can easily discern the time of year with the amount of fucking Maria Careys starting to pop up
You'd have to listen to a radio for that or go anywhere.
Yeah, you
Or
have to
it'll
leave
be
your
on
house to get
Discord.
any sense of the time.
Which is why I have
No.
none.
Discord, the memes
Uh,
channels.
Yeah, that's also
Oh, I
fair.
don't. I'd have to dead unmute that.
Yes.
But yeah, so it is April the 2nd in game now, and it is November the 8th out of character. So yeah, Sarah's will tap her chin. Okay, I've got a couple months then. That's nice.
Well, I'm gonna have to throw you a fantastic party.
Oh.
What is your favorite meal?
Do you like cake or pie?
It is also important.
To Nahia, she speaks an unintelligible word in Draconic that you're fairly certain includes the word for soup and kobold. And to Hashat, she says, please don't laugh. There's no way to say this in a way that you won't make fun of me for or laugh at, but my favorite food is a cream pie.
Oh, wow, history really ruined that
Okay.
for you, huh?
I know.
Oh, no.
All right.
What's
So,
wrong
look, I
with
can.
that?
I can offer you not just the cream pie, but the double stuffed cream pie. Damn
Oh
it!
my
I can't help it.
Oh,
You
I'm
couldn't help
sorry, I
yourself, could
tried.
you?
I tried. I really tried.
Did you?
Oh, double stuff like when it has like 2 types in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, and you should try with blueberries, boysenberries together. It's really nice, and then you get the cream there. It's really
Mhm.
good.
Yep.
And I'm really
No,
missing
no. I
that.
prefer one is a lighter cream, and the other is a black cherry cream.
Really missing my drum set right now.
how about lemon?
Out of character. You don't need a drum set. You can literally bang on the robot. Just pop a hat.
It's not the same. Wait, what are you talking? Wait, why haven't I installed a drum cymbal on my fucking robot?
But
I was kind of proud of my black cherry joke, but I think I was also croaking too much for it.
oh, I heard you.
Yeah.
Ursula just say some things first, like,
I'm gonna go to the back to the Pantheon. I have a
Okay.
scrying to do.
I'm going to go bury my head in the sand and pretend I didn't say any of that. Goodbye.
I'm going to go bury my sand just because I can.
Where are you going? The hugs are over here.
And yes, it is indeed kobold tail steak soup.
Yeah, yeah, almost certainly that was what the case was going to be.
It's a
Look, I know it
delicacy.
grows back. It is a delicacy, it's true. This has already been established. Nahia knows.
Kobold ass is just delicious.
Mhm.
Well, seems I'm
Sarah's
gonna have to deal with that a tail through. Seems I'm gonna have to go for a tail with that a week.
Yep,
favorite meal is kobold ass and a cream pie.
yep, yep.
But
Yep.
Tish.
But I'm Tish. I tried. I made the wisdom save. I tried super hard.
I believe you not.
Yes. Yep. I did my best at it. But yeah, Nahia will recover. Did I have any hit die left? Oh, I had like a ton. What the fuck? I never roll hit die that good, and now there's no more fighting to wait for. For the previous day's encounter, I used all of my hit die and still had to spend 3 the following, like, in-game morning. Because I just could not fill up. I rolled them so garbage. And now that we're no longer under any threat...
Just how your dice roll.
Ugh. Right. I rolled one more that doesn't suck. Nope, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Fair enough. Whatever. All right, I fill up. All is well with the wild. It took some fucking getting there for sure. Oh,
Aw.
that's a shame. What did Ari roll to convince August to become a lock?
I don't think she tried, but hypothetically, let's see what happens. Do, 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 do.
Not as high as expected. Wait, her raw ass charisma's just +2. Does she not have trained persuasion?
It's a good
Oh
question.
wait, no, she changed her stat block, didn't she? Does that
Yeah.
mean her skill training all changed?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, well,
Right.
while you guys are doing this quest, Ari has shaken down Merzendi to come and give her that polymorph spell.
Yeah, which form did she go for in the end?
You'll find out.
Okay. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember which one it was, but
Nope.
there are a few high levels it could have been.
Yeah, it's actually just a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It could be like an elven arch sorceress or T-Rex.
I mean, I know which one I would choose personally.
What you're saying is that you're a Magic Saurus Rex.
Yes, I am a Tyrannosaurus Hex, indeed.
Tyrannosaurus Hex.
Alright, so Hashat is going to the Pantheon. Boop. Rat, you nerds.
No, holy shit, that's very dark.
Yes, because you're not on this map anymore. Guess I'll just grab an Ursula. Of course, the token uploaded for you on your character sheet doesn't have vision either. Let me go fix that. Roll20 updating their dynamic lighting in the middle of a campaign was definitely a bit of an ass pain.
Just a wee bit, seems.
I was gonna
Just
say
a
though,
little bit.
for
Okay.
what I've seen so far, starting a fresh campaign with the new lighting works actually better than the old one, which is good because the new dynamic lighting
sure.
sucked for a while compared to the old one.
Yeah, there was a whole year where dynamic lighting was almost unusable. That was fun.
Yeah, but now it is actually good. I've had to piss around with it. The functions of it are good, but changing the lighting in anything ongoing is too much faff, and I won't fucking bother.
Yep. Alright, so Hashat returns to the Pantheon, striding in to the Temple of the Primordials. What do?
Hashat will do as she tried to do before. She'll take out her mirror and lay it down on the ground as she looks up at the statue of Saracina. I mean, people are free to come and. I said I was going to go to the Pantheon to go do my scrying, so anyone can come with me.
Would, but yeah, no, Nahia's a
Yeah.
blanket bundle.
Might as well.
Just in case something reaches through and eats my face.
Don't eat my ass, spirits.
Indeed.
Should be fine now.
Well, I'm on the map, but it's pretty fucking. Oh, there you go.
We're talking about spirits and eating ass. Szooth should be there.
Well, alright. Szooth, too, can accompany the group. In fact, there's really no need for dynamic lighting on this map anymore, so I guess I'll just turn
Not
that off.
anymore.
If anything, I will probably ask if Voron would go and keep an eye on them instead, because I stay in bed to sip hot chocky and drink soup and be curled up in as many comfy blankets as mending could be cast upon. but there'll be a Voron, just so that you have some divine guidance, such as it might be necessary.
Rest you on back. All right, so yeah, you take your mirror out, set it down, begin to cast your spell.
As part of the spell, I will cut my hand and rub my blood along the rim of the mirror, as Saracina is a distant ancestor of mine. I'm using my blood and her statue as like focuses to try and home in on her.
So let's see. You have second-hand knowledge of the target. You've heard of her. You've not met her, nor do you know her well, though you are blood kin. So we'll say it's a +3 there. Let's see. Really? Okay. Okay. So this time, when you scry for the primordial Saracina, you are treated to a bit of a static almost, much like when you've seen Nahia work the magic mirror and it warbles as it tries to fix in on something. Chad is making fun of me now.
Being
but
bullied by Chad.
But after a few moments, the image resolves. Unlike with the magic mirror, you aren't treated to a big sweeping vista of the world as it hones in. It's an instantaneous, if a grainy, transition. And then you see a wall, much like that tremendous vault beneath the earth that you saw in your dreams. You recognize it immediately as the same material. And in that wall, there is an alcove. It's perhaps 10 feet deep and 50 tall, semicircular, much like the one you see standing before you in the real world, surrounded by these towering Greek-style pillars. But rather than a tremendous statue of Saracina, you see a jade stone that is at least 30 feet tall, solid gem. It is perfect, multifaceted, smooth and polished, and completely opaque. Yeah, the Mad Dosh rock.
Huh. Let's run this by me again. It's that underground or that sanctuary under the earth.
Or at least a wall of the same material. There's an alcove in the wall, like the one you see before you, but instead of like a huge statue of the goddess, you see a just titanic jade gemstone.
Do get a sense that this is like on the inside of the dome or on the outside of the dome?
Let's see. You cannot tell. All you can see is the alcove and the gem. And unfortunately,
Huh.
the scrying spell doesn't give you, like, swipe to look around.
Hmm. A gigantic green gemstone.
That gemstone can be used as the focal point for future scrying, perhaps with the magic mirror, something a bit more specific.
Yeah.
That is pretty good. It should be enough to look here, at least.
Could be.
So we see that shit in the mirror.
Yes, all of
Yeah,
Or
you
you
should be
just
able
can
to.
see the big fucking gem in the mirror.
Just try to peer closer.
'Tis a gem.
Because it. Well, is it if it's opaque? Is there anything in it, or just?
Opaque means it is impossible to see through.
Oh, right. And there's no okay. And there's no shape of something.
It is a solid, like, perfect gemstone. It is not shaped like anything. It is just there.
Okay. What can I see the base?
Yes, it is a gem. It is sitting
No,
on...
no, the base.
Yeah, I know. It is sitting on the floor. It appears to have been lent up against the back of the alcove. Clearly, there hasn't been an earthquake down here in some while. Otherwise, it would probably fall over.
It's not atop some kind of plinth or platform.
Nope, it is sitting on the ground.
I guess that makes sense for her, but
Then there's is there anything inscribed on, since it was an alcove?
It is an alcove. And no, there is nothing on the walls. It is pure stone, pure gemstone. There's the only ornamentation of any kind you can see are a pair of pillars standing about 5 feet out from the alcove, like right next to where your point of view begins.
Well, I suppose that's
And
something we
they're
can
smooth.
search for.
And you said the only decoration are the pillars, and the pillars themselves are unadorned in any way.
Yeah, it's like this room here, but where
The
there's a
pillars are
statue.
carved earth, however. I suppose, Ursula, you know a thing or two about stonework. You could try and identify the style and culture whence they come.
Sure.
That would be a intelligence history check, or if you have Mason's tools, that would work as well.
Yep. Stone cunning as well.
Yep, so expertise, effectively.
Mm.
That'll do.
So, can I get a guidance on this?
Do you have anybody who can cast guidance with you? Because I don't believe Tassie has it.
I mean, I
well,
could.
There is a spookums in the head.
Yeah,
that can
the
throw it
lyric.
around.
Then yes, you can
Yeah,
have
well,
guidance.
Thank you. 27.
Okay. So Ursula, you've never seen columns exactly like this, but thinking on what you know of architectural design, which is fairly extensive, you've been in a lot of subterranean palaces and estates in your time, and they do love them some decoration. This is definitely not dwarven, although it does have a lot of similarities with the dwarven style, very kind of brutalist in its way. You think back, and in fact, you're fairly certain you've seen this style on the surface more so than ever underground. Usually at temples of Agaresh. It's a hobgoblin style, though quite out of date.
Ah, that's interesting.
What is it?
The pillars, those are like hobgoblin, but really old hobgoblin.
Mm.
Well,
All the times I've kind of had not to be here. Let me take a look.
Saracina's sanctum was on their continent,
I can get it from a
Just
history check.
under the mountains, before the mountain range that she was residing in exploded. It could be.
But
It
it's
could
still
be.
there.
It could be less that these are hobgoblin designs, and more that perhaps the hobgoblin's design is based on this.
Let me get a history check.
Sure. What are you trying to historize?
I want to know if this is hobgoblin origins or, as Hashat offers, even more. A precursor to that, even. Let's see. I'll roll that history. And with a mighty 14, unless I have some assistance.
Ursula could have assisted you on this.
Yeah.
It shares a lot of design similarities with hobgoblin architecture for sure. If you know anything about real world ancient architecture, this is sort of Doric Greek in style, which is to say it has very flat tops on the bottoms and tops of the pillars. There's no real ornamentation, no decorative curls or fleurs on it, but they are quite sturdy, and they are made of segments, which are stacked up and probably assembled elsewhere.
Made to last.
Yes, this is absolute architecture that's made to last, made to be repaired if need be. You can actually take these pillars apart and like exchange them if need be, or sections of them. But yeah, there's no wasted effort in making these. These are all very form function. However, as to the exact history of this style, you can't say if this predates the Hobgoblin Society. That's outside your area of expertise, but certainly you've never seen pillars like this that are older yourself.
Well, good thing I still have some paper and some drawing stuff, so I can copy these down, the designs.
There's not much to copy down, but yes, you can absolutely make a sketch of these. These guys are on the leftmost side, versus like a
The
modern
Doric.
Eonin pillars kind of in the middle.
Well, making sure to copy the designs down and everything as much as possible. And yeah, once Tarnavak exits out of the book-induced trance state and see about trying to pin down.
Yeah, I mean,
In general, I think
Tarn can definitely tell you that this pillar design is extremely common in temples back in the Hobgoblin homeland, typically as part of temple structures. But beyond that, he's not much of a student of religious architecture.
No, but he is a scholar, so he might know where we can get a hold of. Same with his dad.
Yeah, if you want to try and use Tarnavak to get like a hookup to a Hobgoblin like architectural scholar, he could definitely do that, but they're probably in the homeland, unfortunately.
You can't
What
exactly go
about
there.
what about the worship of Agarish is allowed in Evara, correct?
Yes.
So they would probably have somebody very knowledgeable about and very eager to teach people about the glory of Agarish and their hobgoblin culture and religion, correct?
Uh,
Part would be specifically helpful for trying to uncover a not Agareshian secret covenant of an earthen primordial.
there is
I mean-
definitely a Temple of
yeah.
Agarish in the city. However, you guys have lived in Navarre long enough to know that it's not that old. However, there could definitely be a priest in the temple who would know stuff about architecture, and it's not outside the realm of possibility.
A chance is better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
I can't really do that more than I've done because I figured about the distance where a temple where it has to be if it's underground to survive that explosion.
Yeah, that would be a deep boy.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea how I would ever find my way down there. It's
You've
on the
got
other
a war ending on the homeland eventually.
It's on the other side of the damn world, and miles underground.
You'll manage.
Well, if it's underwater, you don't really have to care because you can breathe now underwater.
Yeah. I suppose I could try and scry for the other two while I'm at it. Wouldn't hurt to give it a try.
Wait, which one is that? Is that the fish, the water, and the air?
Yeah, Tritonus and Baleria.
But you got her. Why do you need Sky? You already got her.
What?
Valeria. Point at your
No,
gem.
no, with a B. Baleria.
Oh, Bellaria.
Baleria, yeah.
Bellaria, Valeria. Wait,
Yeah.
are they related?
No. Valeria was
You
a
sure?
priest. Yes, she's a priestess of Vulcanus. Which
Wait, but just because she's a priest of us, then doesn't.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, it's just a name. I don't think so.
Yeah, she isn't part.
She
Dragon.
could be descendant.
I guess, but it doesn't seem likely. Anyway, Valeria's. I thought her power I thought your power was going to increase when I when I had your magic item infused with a great deal more power. But as far as I know, that hasn't happened, which makes me think it could be a similar case as like what August said with Talion. There would be like some vestige of Vulcanus's power yet remains somewhere because you can still call upon his divine miracles. Your power hasn't faded, it's just low.
Feel Valeria stir in your mind and say, I'm still getting used to this new breathing room in here. Give me a while. I might have a few new tricks before long.
Yeah, but the point stands. You're not a sorcerer. You're a priestess. You get your power from your god. Your god, we killed him, but you still have your power.
That's true, but unlike Talion, who was a divine... She waffles for a moment. It was a specific ideology. Vulcanus represented elemental fire. You might kill the man, but you can't kill all of fire. It will always be here. He was just its personification.
Maybe. Still, I'm hoping that there's some. I don't know what I would call it, a vestige of him still floating around. Much like how De Hague had some tiny little spark of himself left to remanifest with that ritual.
Wait a second. Now that you say that, the statue's still bleeding the whole black thing out of the eyes and mouth, correct?
Yeah.
The Vulcanus? Just check with Talia now that everything is gone.
That statue is fucking smashed to pieces.
Yeah, but no, we haven't checked since the event. Is the statue actually just still bleeding, or is it just completely inert now?
The Italian statue has indeed been rendered inert. It is no longer bleeding, but it is just kind of reduced to rubble. Hard to say which event caused the disanimation.
Well, I was here when he smashed it, so
It did start gushing blood.
Yep, it did gush blood at the time, and now has seemingly run out.
I'm gonna check this rock.
It is, as ever, smooth and polished and not in any way trippable.
No, I mean, the rocks from the statue, right?
Oh. Yeah, many of them are covered in this Icarus quote-unquote blood, and several of them are burned from August's sword, but you don't detect anything unusual beyond that. There's no tremble of magic tickling your flesh.
I
It is
can.
but marble.
Yeah, Ursula is. She can do magic, one magic thing, so she has a sense for it, but she can't beat wizard. She's too stupid. But you can just check that and compare the type of stone, like the energy of that stone compared to the energy of this stone.
Yeah, the statue of Vulcanus feels warmer, for sure. When you put your hand on it, you feel that slight tingle of power.
Yeah. This one tingles.
Out of context.
Well, you
See,
can hear that bleed.
oh, yeah, the stone. Like, there's. Like, I felt the statue of Talion before when it was just bleeding and it was tingly. It doesn't tingle anymore. This one still tingles.
Tassiel glance between the two. Do you think that's because August destroyed the statue, or because we banished the last Italian, though?
I'm not sure.
What about that other leading statue out there, Arnis?
Karnas.
Oh yeah, it was what he was. What was he of? Like boats and no, that was
Time,
boats.
I think.
That time and boats? No.
I don't think it was boats, but time was definitely his thing. Maybe it was prophecy or fate or something. Those things seem to be. Or was it tides? The tides, that was it.
Tides. Time and tides.
I was
I
gonna
think-
say, it's literally there if you hover over it.
Yes, I can see that. Is there a plaque that says it?
Yes, there's literally a plaque that says
Yes.
each.
Oh,
What is on
what's it
these
written
tooltips is
in?
literally written under each of their divinities.
Yeah, what's written in what?
Giantish.
Okay, giantess. Okay. That I can agree with.
Yeah, it's in Celestial,
okay.
Giantish, Elvish, Valish.
Karna's got okay, tides. Let's compare. Then let's see what the stone says. Tell me your secret, stone.
All right, you put your ear to the stone and bid it give you its secrets. You feel a tongue inside your ear. That's all.
Would it be the first time?
I guess it gave you its king.
No, that does not happen. You just feel the same kind of vague warmth and tingle as on the Vulcanist statue.
Huh. Okay. Like, well, I know what the sensation of touching the actual god statues feels like.
This part of your exploration does feel very moot. I don't know that it matters one way or the other.
Well, the Karna statue is the same as Vulcanus. Just if you got that.
Well, hopefully
So a part of
my idea
part of him is probably somewhere.
I hope so.
Probably something warm. Like far away from here. Wait, isn't there like a desert to the south? Like way south.
There's a continent across the ocean, yeah. There's a lot of
A
desert
desert
there.
is like, yeah, a desert is like dry, no water.
Anyway, I may as well give it a try and try scrying for these two next. I have no
Well,
other
which one would be
use
the
for my spell
nicest?
slots. I don't fucking have any idea.
Well, which one do you know is the nicer one?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't had a chance to peruse this book yet. I just
Wait,
found it.
wait, I remember something.
Yes.
The dragons are flying. Right. The dragon.
The dragon.
What's the word? And the dragon riders and stuff. Didn't they do something with big lady here? Valeria?
Lyris? Or...
Well, the ones that flew. I don't remember, I don't care if I'm just shit with names. The chocolate elf that, remember? The wyvern rider, dragon rider. That she was descended of.
I just remember who you're talking about. Don't remember their name.
Yes. I remember there was a lot of talk about, like, the primordial of air and... Yes, Valata. Yeah, I remember there was, like, something about the, like, a primordial of air and, like... Wasn't there, like, a sky castle?
That's the holy city.
Or did they live on... No, not the sky, not like, lived on a mountaintop, like, up, like, in the clouds like that.
I have no idea. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It's really hard to try to explain something when your character is like a 9 in intelligence. I remember there was talk about it when he was looking at, the old genealogy map.
I'm drawing a blank here.
Yeah, because remember, you looked at the map for the complete genealogy of the Primordials, so you had, like, Vulcanus, Valeria, mouse over stopped working. Okay, good to know. There we go. Cersina and Tritonus. We found the complete genealogy documents in the one that got the big suck from the succubus.
David?
I'm sorry, I was muted. What about the succubus?
The chamber master or the
Chancellor, yeah.
ambassador or what the fuck, Chancellor, that was his name. He had a book on the complete genealogy of the Primordials.
Well, we found that in a secret.
Yeah, you guys have had that for ages.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, can we open it up to see, like, where the fuck her airborne things went?
Yeah.
Because you're a lot wiser in the whole part of the history of the world now.
I will just remind you, though, that these are 1,300 years out of date, if not longer.
Yeah, this was very well this scroll was very well documented an epoch ago, like an age ago.
Yes, I know, but there's also names of, the owner and, yes, not owner, fucking descendants, where they at, who they married in.
What's I don't
See,
okay. What is this? What is the point of this though?
Locations.
But they'll be like,
Regardless, I don't know why you give a shit.
they'll be so they'll be so out of date. Like people travel still, right?
Yes.
I mean, I guess they'll just
Yes,
Yeah,
Especially
like
location-
just
location
to
has-
just to put it in context, right? Saracina's homeland is or her base of operations, her holy city, supposedly was in the middle of the Hobgoblin continent. But you're in southern Ivara, or sorry, southern Anderland, an ocean and half a continent away, dealing with a city full of her descendants. So, yeah, the Primordials. So just to catch us up here, Saracina and Bellaria have a vast quantity of children out there. Vulcanus is not the first primordial god of fire. He had a dad who died before him, so he's like number 2. And he also has descendants out there. You can see a map of it. Tritonus, however, has none.
the lonely boy.
Okay, but the thing is, when you do the genealogy and you write up, okay, these are the kids. This person of this area married this
Yes,
person of this area.
yes. However,
So then you
they are all over the planet. There is no discernible concentration that you can detect.
And it would be a needle in a haystack.
yes,
Or
Because
rather-
it's
but
such
you
an
would
old
also get
document.
There are
yes, it's an old
rather than no concentrations, there are countless places where there are like groupings of elemental earth and wind and fire bloodlines.
yes, but I will also say this that you will then know the name of the places they were from.
Yes, which is basically everywhere.
Yes, but that's you have a point of knowledge, which is a point of reference for studying history. So you can say, oh, it's there. Maybe I can scribe something, get some knowledge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, just to keep this from going any further, the information is too vast and generic to be of any help in that regard. This is like trying to track down the lineage of like Genghis Khan. It is a lot.
You may as well grab someone off the street.
Pretty much.
Anyway, I'm going to cast the spell. I'm just going to have to use just the statue as a focus. And I guess I'll start with Tritonus here. The lone wolf, I guess.
Okay, so on Tritonus. Do. Okay. Right. The spell fails. You attempt to scry Tritonus, but nothing happens.
Hmm.
The mirror just wobbles.
It fizzled.
There a visible difference between it being impossible or them passing a save?
Not as such, or at least you
Okay.
don't know what the difference is yet because you haven't used the spell enough.
Right, fair enough. So, Tritonus could be gone, or
Well, his
just resist
statue's,
it here.
well, his statue's not gushing blood, so presumably he's alive. Maybe it was the scrying equivalent of a sign outside your house that says no solicitors. He didn't have any recorded children, so he seemed kind of a loner. Maybe he just doesn't want any visitors. And I'll try one more for Valeria.
All right. And Wind Dracon. All right, got the same stats.
Fuck.
Knock, knock, open up the door. All right, Hashat.
Oh, no,
Yes.
You begin scrying on Bellaria. The spell fails, and make an Arcana check, please.
Oh, I wonder if you've been looked back on.
Maybe. 20.
Okay. Much like the last time you tried to scry on Saracina, you feel something coming back along the line of magic you attempted to strand between yourself and the primordial of winds. You have just enough time to try and sever the connection, should you desire.
There's no...
Would you desire?
No, I won't this time.
Okay. Would you please then make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yay! Okay. The front of your mirror, the reflective surface, shimmers for a moment, and everyone in the room, you feel a cool sea breeze pass over you. Just for a moment, just enough to remind you of the seaside. Then it's gone.
What happened there?
I'm not sure. I didn't get a visual, but just that sign. A seaside. It smells like the ocean or the seaside. A coast somewhere. But that could be anywhere.
That's a lot of places.
Well, it's information.
I do have another hint. There is another lead.
1 second. So, just after Szooth says that, you feel the breeze come back again, a little bit stronger this time, enough to like knock Voron over. Little Borb goes
Still
flying.
connected. What did you say?
Voron just went.
And what did Szooth say?
No, I said it's it was information, and now I apparently jinxed it.
Something happened to Voron. I shake the mirror. Is this thing still on? It is a concentration up to 10 minutes.
Not saying what was in the middle of describing what was going on.
Nahia, would you have Voron make a dex save, please?
All right, buddy.
Okay. After Voron gets buffeted off the statue, he screams in Raven, "Dick!" The wind picks up again, pretty much entirely localized on Voron. And you all watch the really quite grisly sight of the wind becoming so intense that it rips Voron's flesh off. And he is flensed and crumples into a pile of gore on the ground. The helmet hinks onto the ground.
Just
There are
So-
several ways I think that was over excessive.
just
We meant
pick it up.
no offense.
Hashat, you feel the concentration you're maintaining on your spell end.
Okay. That happened.
What
Yeah, so just
exactly
look
happened?
around. I don't think she liked us trying to find out information on her.
Suppose. No one-
Szooth,
I
you go
mean-
over to put salve on Voron. There's a pile of gore and feathers on the ground. He's
Oh, I
fucking
thought-
dead.
I thought you
No,
said
Did you see
I
how-
thought
did you-
no, I thought he just got deep. I thought he just got his feathers plucked. Jesus Christ!
No, it's
Yeah, no,
super
there
dead.
is he got flayed alive by the power of like 300-mile-an-hour wind in a tiny like 1-foot vortex around him.
Yeah, DCL. If you put salt on it, it would be like putting the sour cream on salsa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
is exactly.
I thought we were doing plucky jokes, which no. Poor Voron. I know he's gonna come back, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, I think we're at the limit here. I think we might have pushed it a little bit too far.
No one has seen them for like 1,000+ years. Presumably. I didn't
Yeah,
think
but-
I didn't think they would be so against being seen. Well, I have another lead. I heard something about a storm dragon on Ervanen.
You literally went, man. They've been hidden for thousands of years. I didn't think they want to still stay hidden.
I mean, I didn't.
I
mean,
It was just the way you phrased that. I know what you meant.
yeah. You'd think they'd want a visitor or two every now and again. Whatever. Hold on a second. This is probably a
now?
shot in the dark and wouldn't do anything. But I may as well just... If you don't try, you never succeed, so... I'll recharge my 5th level spell slots. And I'll just do one more scry. And this time I'm just gonna... with Vulcanus. I know it would probably do nothing, but...
Indeed, the spell fails. He is turbo dead.
Figures.
That he is that his descendants is a different thing.
Yes, I know.
Don't worry. But shit. Hey, Hashat, you're gonna have to tell Nahia about Voron and Mori.
Oh, the way they're connected, I'm sure they already know.
Okay. Hashat, you're probably gonna have to apologize for Voron.
I will.
You're all getting such a fucking slap.
I don't know why she targeted Voron. What did Voron do? If anything, I would have expected that she would have slapped me around, but she went right after Voron for some reason.
If she was a skilled enough mage, she might have attacked the familiar just to make a point.
Huh.
I would say it was presumably because Voron used a naughty cuss word and
No, he
or
did that-
didn't stop you fuckers from
He did that
doing
after.
this.
He did that after he got slapped, though.
Yes, Voron got lifted up by the wind because it was just strong enough to lift Voron. And then Voron called them a dick, and then Voron
Oh
got
no,
torn to
no,
shreds.
he was sitting on the statue of Valeria, and then the wind rose up and slapped him off the statue.
Yeah, it did.
then
And
he
then
said
Boron yelled, "Dick!" And then the wind picked up to 300 miles an hour and just
and
tore him
destroyed
apart.
him. Yes.
It's effectively just turned a 1-foot cube into an air blender.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I guess before I leave, I'm going to
I-
leave a gold coin at the feet of each statue. And then we'll head back out. I have no other business here.
Yeah.
So, the
Just gonna
immortal
start-
question, Savin.
Mm-hmm.
Is Lashana or Lashana again?
When you go to the dream, indeed, Lashawn is Lashawn.
Uh-oh. Would you like me to help you, relay the up again?
Yes, I suppose.
Uh,
It feels a little unnatural, although there are a number of lovely ladies up here now.
that is true, but honestly, considering how many of them are elves, I think you would have had just as much luck in, glorious dick lady form.
That's true.
It certainly has worked out for your ancestor, Hashat.
Not ancestor. Descendant.
Descendant, sorry.
All right, put me back. Let's live the afterlife as I lived life.
Well, I mean, if you're happier as a male, it's not my call. I don't have any religious quandaries with however you identify.
I don't particularly care.
Okay. I will give it a go, and I may or may not succeed. I've never tried this.
Are you just gonna cast like remove curse or you cast? All right.
I'm just gonna see if I can assert, and if it doesn't work, I'll do remove curse.
No, it does not work. You just think really hard about
No,
like
okay, I
blue hair of the
cannot
shot.
assert.
And
Yeah, I can't assert myself.
you
What happened?
cannot, in fact, reshape people in the dream. Mori gives
Yeah,
you a
just-
look like, I'm glad you can't do that.
It was worth finding out if that is the case.
I would be rather disconcerted if you could.
I mean, I'm gonna turn around and indicate the large church I put up with my brain the previous nights.
I'm aware, but there's a difference between shaping empty space with consciousness and shaping consciousness with consciousness.
That's a fair point. Well, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll just do Bamf a big Warlock level dispel.
Right.
Oof.
When you do that, I think this is the first time you cast a spell in the dream. You see Mori's wings glow slightly, and they curl in towards you, as if waving the magic towards you. And, yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Through you into Lyshawn, who returns to being big, buxom Fuda cow.
It is actually astounding how much you look like a shot, but blue.
Well, that's mostly because of the Residium, I suppose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's good to be
Figures.
me and thinking straight.
Yeah, congratulations. And I'm glad
Thank
indeed
you.
that this has worked out as such.
Although, it will take a bit to get used to this body again. How about you help me break it in a little?
The spirit is somewhat willing, but I'm not inclined to go, yeah. I think Morgan would have very much issues with the sex with the dead in the dream. I do not believe she minds as long as, it is the dead with the dead or the living with the living, but the crossover raises certain moral quandaries.
Why?
Well, invisible voice, I guess it's because of the differences in a position of power. It would be a lot like fucking your employees. Don't do that.
Is that how it is?
It certainly morally feels like I have a lot of power over the people here, and it would be also that, yeah, whatever. Certainly feel that there is a certain position that I have over others as a, a living being with at least a bunch of sway over everybody here that is unfair. Regardless of consent, it is still taking advantage of my position. This is also true. Mori is a sweet S-beam.
It's Maury's house.
This is true.
Also, I mean, it's no more necrophilia than any of my monks' fucking spirits.
Yeah,
And
that
also
is
that-
necrophilia.
Maury strongly
you-
disapproves
And
of this.
Mori also said don't do that, but she didn't stop you. She wouldn't
Mori-
stop me here, but she doesn't want me to do it.
Well, I guess more is not the girl.
But this is her dream, and I'm not gonna go making poor Mori uncomfortable. No, I'm sorry, Lishana, but I'm afraid they should not be commingling, at least not in such a way.
That's a shame. Thank you for the help regardless. I am going to go speak with the Queen and Princess.
Of
See what we
course.
can make of this place.
Indeed. If you need help pulling anything together, I've proven adept and I'm happy to keep helping.
Oh, I'm sure it's the Queen who'll need help pulling things.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes, I can see that whatever kind of housing is put together for them, Mori, some kind of soundproofing is going to be required. And a trough, so that you don't get the old Tarnavak treatment with Hashat.
You signed up for this, Morgan.
Just hear the
It's fine. Morgan
deepest
sleeps
burp
up in a tree.
sigh.
Yeah.
Also, the enormous, spirit Voron looks very disheveled and confused.
Yeah. Oh, Voron. I'm sorry you got dunked on by those idiots. I will make sure that you are repolished once more when I summon you in the morning. And I will make sure everybody gets a slap.
Voron just leans down and gives you, that forehead-to-forehead boop.
Yeah. All my homies love Big Voron.
He is very popular. Yeah, Mori will sigh, look around the dream. Well, this is certainly a lot of people in a very short amount of time. And very few of them my followers. I'm
Such a
used
weird...
to escorting the other gods' followers to their dreams, but it's unusual to have them end up here.
I imagine so.
Most of the time, even before everything closed down, my dream was not very occupied. I think there might be more people here now than in totality before.
Saying before that I suspect that there are shiftings to occur in your domain that will probably see it become more popular. Plus, I would be remiss if I let it stay a great big old mob fest, you realize.
Please, I am quite happy in my mope fest.
I know you are, but still. Also, I have some interesting ideas and theories, by the way,
Alright, shoot.
about your first about that little prophecy.
Don't put too much stock in such things. It could be something yet to occur at all, if it ever
This
does.
is true, but I liked the protection part of that at the very least. And I remember, at least historically, that before other gods had their selves returned in totality, they were wandering as aspects, yes? Indeed, before you were returned to your place of godhood, you were functionally an aspect.
Yes, that's true enough.
Where did your two other aspects get to?
That is a difficult question. I lost contact with them for, you know,
Mm.
I know part of me was doing much as Tarnavak is now, interested in the elvish chimeras. They're before my time, but fortunately that aspect took what knowledge she accrued with her, and
Mm.
I haven't seen her for, 1,500 years or so.
Yeah. I might well have something to ask Senator about when we meet her, because I wonder if your extant um, aspects have with them some semblance of guardianship of her over herself.
Hmm. Could be.
If your aspects are split and scattered, perhaps indeed so are hers, one for each, a companion in every place. It seems fitting to me, at the very least. I can't imagine her leaving you alone.
Morris kind
Everyone needs.
of glances up at
to get-
Voron like, oh, really?
Just, I would boop you on the nose, but we're here in a dream, and I cannot go, you know, showing such undeference. But know that I'm thinking those boop things.
I'm sure. Still, I don't know. It's possible, but it might just be that Verona was better at hiding than the rest of the gods, or wanted a vacation,
Hmm. Well,
or the prophecy could be true and she's actually passed on, but I'd prefer not to think about that too hard.
no. Don't you worry. I think if that prophecy has any um if that prophecy has any legs, it is in the latter part at the very least. I shall make sure she get big hug.
Yeah, you get the full, wings around body hug.
It is something I would like to try at least. That and meeting your other aspects would be quite interesting, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure. I can't wait to see how they've grown in the intervening years. Assuming they're not dead too. Couldn't tell you.
Mm. Well, we'll find out eventually, I'm sure. And I am sure, because goodness knows we keep stumbling into enough things.
Perhaps. I'm still surprised you haven't stumbled into any of that Kitsune, Grave Goddess's minions at all.
Um, I suspect in part they're just afraid. You might well have been a target potentially temporarily, but now you've suddenly, leapt up into a position of power. And
That's
I'm
true.
loath to admit it, but I kick serious ass myself. So if anyone were to come for you, they would have to deal with someone that's far beyond the scope of most adventurers, clerics, or priests. Or paladins.
Well, I'm glad to have you as my able companion as always, but I'm less worried about a direct confrontation and more, well, if someone took the time to get to know who you are, if I were a rogue deity, I wouldn't go attacking adventurers themselves.
True, but as well at the same time, there's a certain history for the fate of even gods themselves if they start going after set people's loved ones. And let me tell you, if any person working in the grave goddess's interests decided that it would be worth putting even a single one of my family members, lovers, friends in danger, just to prove a point even, the amount of revenge I would put on them, just specifically that god, would be impressive. And I am not afraid to admit that.
Yes, well, let's hope this Styria has learned from the mistakes of the past.
I'd like to think they had. We're in a brand new age, and although I'm, as always, prepared to protect my own family and loved ones at the drop of a hat, I'm much more willing to make friends and find a place for everyone. Times are
That's
changing, and they're changing for the gods themselves.
right. I've been keeping a bit of a secret, Nahia.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember, but some time past, a letter came to the Archmage's tower for me.
Oh goodness, that would have been a while ago now.
Last year. It was from a high priest of that upstart deity, wishing to meet and talk, but well, ascended before I got the chance. She'd wanted to speak after winter, and, well, we went on our expedition to Karnas's domain before that. My mother awkwardly left, holding the bag, so to speak.
Let's see. Hmm. Is it possible to, I don't know how it works. What, send them a letter and visit their dream from here? And take a little road jaunt?
Perhaps, though the scheduled meeting came and went already.
Hmm.
I suppose if they were dedicated to harassing me, we'd have heard more from them. Perhaps my ascent really has cowed them. Hard to say.
I wouldn't want them to take that as some kind of, I don't know, sign of inconsequence or aggression or anything. Might be worth smoothing that matter over, especially if they are actually just a young god. It may very well be that their feelings were hurt or they're just really nervous. They came
Please
to
don't
fill
tell me
some
there's
empty
another
shoes.
social wallflower deity. Let's sit here passive-aggressively not talking to each other.
I'm saying that that is way more likely than we give credit.
Oh no.
And I'm all too happy to try and help you make this connection, and I would not be surprised if her High Priestess is much in the same way if they were willing to put a letter out to you in the first place.
Yes, perhaps that's true.
As much time as you've spent sat here worrying about it, I'm sure you've also been relieved to put the matter off because it is a social engagement and interaction. I imagine just as much as they might well have been made nervous or had their feelings hurt, they're also glad that they did not have to make a social interaction.
Both of them just staring
Yes.
at each other awkwardly from opposite ends of the ballroom.
That is almost exactly how it is in her head.
Oh fuck. Alright.
Yep.
Next time you're not doing anything important, why don't you summon me back to the mortal coil? Let's see if there was a return address on that letter. I've got to tucked away somewhere.
Of course, will do. We'll be back in Navarra at some point in the near soonness. I imagine
Yes.
what if you haven't got on your person, it's in Tarnavak's house.
No, I had a locker I rented in the bathhouse.
Oh, okay.
Put a year's lease on it. I figured that would be enough. Should still be mine.
That makes sense, yeah. Okay. We'll stop by there and pick that up.
Yes, let's see. Maury's looking very awkward and nervous now.
See, in Nahia's head, that is almost exactly how that other Grey Fox is acting. Finally, a return letter comes, like, oh fuck, I hope she'd actually kind of never respond. Where?
Exactly.
It's weird, all these really goth goddesses. Terrible at being social. Can't understand why. Alright, unfortunately, I think that is the limits of my voice today.
GG.
I will say this from this point of view. I can just say that, like, what's the name? Nahia has, what's it called? Mori and Herona would be like just fucking best friends with Ursula. Head empty, heart full.
Yep.
Like, Nahia probably understands on some much more personal level that she is doing for Mori exactly what Irina would have done for her. Like, pretty much to the letter to the T. And it's because that is exactly what Mari needs. I do not need any kind of ascending. I'm just gonna put that one away.
No.
All right, for you.
No. Okay. Here's the thing. When we go visit Senatria, we need to find Shannara.
Why?
Will Smith presents the best boy holds up Szooth.
I mean, sure.
Friendship.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if there has ever been a goddamn icon of friendship.
I mean, yes, that is why Kinara has literally descended from the heavens to fuck Szooth before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she
Been
was
there, done that, and
undercover.
done that really hard.
Yes, but Szooth has not hugged full-size Dracotor Kinara.
I have not, and this is a crime. One that needs to be rectified.
That's why I'm thinking that we need to find Kinara.
Szooth returns to being the king of unbirth. Oh no.
It was a crown. You never left.
That motherfucker is grown in. It's just actual scales now. Just gold scales like a crown. Just absorbed.
Szooth no longer needs to wish to be smooth.
But yes, with the more things, there's a lot of like lore rolls, book rolls, all that shit that needs to be done that requires a Tarnavak. So and then we got shit to do. Evora.
Is there even? Is there even?
Well, I can say for Merzendi.
I don't think there's anything we need to actually study at the moment.
Can you bring us to the region map?
Sure. Do.
Our business here in
Why stop there?
Dalmanotha is.
Let's go to work. Let's skip reach about. Let's go to world map, and then let's go to globe map. Let's see this entire thing.
You don't actually have a map of the whole planet. I don't think there is one.
There isn't one.
You have seen
probably.
a map of the 2 primary continents, but there is no map of the desert continent to the south, and there's another continent beyond the Hobgoblin continent, but no one knows what the fuck that looks like.
Oh, what
No
am
one
I doing
is-
here? I thought the map was already mapped out. I should be
No
go
one
be in
is
a Kobold
no one just
explorer.
No one's just sailed east.
I'm just gonna fucking go east, I guess.
Huh.
Go east, my son.
DCL,
Discover
this
the
is a
weeds.
Exactly.
Discover.
This
Yeah.
is a this is a super Earth.
Ah, fair enough. There's many a content.
Yeah, so size-wise, Earth is pretty fucking big, but this is a super Earth, so there's a lot of this planet left to discover.
I mean, to be fair,
guess.
Super Earth does not give an exact metric of how much more Earth there is.
Oh no, a super Earth is actually a astronomical measurement. That would be at least twice the size of a Earth.
Okay, so that is an actual measurement. I don't have
Yeah.
a measurement called Super Earth. I guess we have a measurement called
Yeah,
feet.
it's
So
pretty-
you know what? You know what? I'm not gonna make fun of any other measurement as an American.
Well, I've got
Here,
some stuff in Onderland. Still, I've got to go bring a ring to Port Morgue, and I have to go take the hammer and the sword to the sword grave. Though before I do that, I want to get some greater restoration scrolls.
So, you are the mistress of teleportation magic, unless you guys want to walk somewhere. So, where go?
It's true. You have the car keys.
Yeah,
we need
basically, yes.
Ivara because we what's his name? What's the word?
Why?
Not Duncan. August. We need to drop off August.
No, just what to say? Why do we need to drop off
Yeah.
Idaho?
Yes,
I mean, I
don't
can
know why I was
just
thinking
send
that.
August along, but I have to go to Anders Bay right now first.
Oh, cool. Right, the whole.
I have to talk to Duke.
What's the word again? Yeah, Duke, that was his name.
I mean, I guess technically both Duncan and August have genocide on their hands.
So how? Wait,
No
wait, wait.
spoilers.
How?
That will not be relevant for so many fucking years. You will forget.
How about we do the journey to Port Morgus? Since I don't think there's a teleport in Port Morgus, right?
No.
So we do the journey from Dalmanotha to Port Morgus, a teleport to Anders Bay, and then a teleport to Ivara, and then we can do a round journey. And then by the time we come to Swordgrave, we'll have gotten some great Arastos, and Stormvale is the direction of the Ring of Regen, and then we've basically cleaned up anything otherwise faff-worthy that we're putting off.
We actually need, before Ring of Regen, we need to take that Senatria part of. Hey, Psycho, Blue Dragon.
Right.
That's still traveling.
Right.
Right. Fuck, I forgot about that. We can do that after Ignifires then, right?
No, like, this is
You-
like top priority.
Yeah, because they're threatening Tarn's family.
All right. Yes.
I mean, I know Tarn's family is rather well guarded because it's Tarn's family, but still.
You're right. So
Yeah.
Morgus, Anders, and then off to Dragonland. And then
Yeah,
Ivara,
we
etc.
can't get-
And back to Swordgrave, yada yada.
Yeah. Yeah, that's we can get to Morgs pretty fast.
Yes,
You can
it's a
find
short
your
walk.
succubus. I was like, no, your demon
Yeah, it's
there.
also going to find out what happened to that poor babe.
She is somewhere in here, presumably.
Oh, babe.
I don't know where here is. I don't know
Oh.
where you're pointing.
Whoops. Somewhere in here, because she got driven out of Narame.
Right.
No,
Say
wait.
we've got a
the-
distance limit. Can I do a dream sending to try and get a hold of her?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna ask where she's at then.
Then we don't need to go to
Just hit the
Bards
button.
or
Well, I mean, put more guesses to ring on Girlie's grave. A tiny bow around that.
Tiny Bow. Oh, they're waiting for the sister.
Yeah. It is Astrian.
Ye. Okay. Yeah. Type out and Messag.
There you go.
Okay. You send off your dream sending. ... That is all. Oh, actually, that is not all. You get confirmation that she has received a message.
Okay. That is
He left you on red.
at least something. And then I guess in the next day's travel, I guess the next place we're going to be in is Lavan.
Yeah, Lavarn is the next town we'd get to.
Yeah. Say you've got actual just like a normal sending in and amongst you and the waifu crew.
Yeah.
Can I ask you to do a sending to her directly then? Because that way there can actually be some kind of response. Basically just asking if where she's at or if she needs some kind of help.
Sure. I suppose I could.
It would be appreciated because apparently she's still within this area and not headed off to my island. And
Do you
I feel bad
have a
about that.
message for her?
Nothing specific. Just ask where she's located and if she needs help making travel because we're in the area.
We are headed to Port Morgs.
Yep.
I'll send a message to her. I'll tell her that Nahia is headed to Port Morgs. P.S. Miss you very much. Call me.
Ah, shucks.
Thinking of you.
Shucks. Saving you or
I am typing out the response.
okay.
Oh wait, hang on a second. Better. Eventually.
Eventually.
I'll send her another message after that as a reminder of myself. Ehrenberg is where we're going to be passing by later in the next couple weeks.
Hashat when use, or I guess when Passy sends out the sending. This is the reply you get.
Oh.
Now trapped in volcano? Oh shit, this one over here?
She's in the volcano. Oh, she's trapped in the volcano.
Can
That's a
we
fun-
make a quick pit stop to go save a friend from a volcano?
I suppose we could.
All right, that would be great. I'm sure it's not a high level adventure, but I would feel bad leaving her trapped in a volcano.
Nahia, why did you put somebody in a volcano?
I didn't put them in a volcano.
I'm
All
wondering
right.
why I made a volcano to begin with.
Ah,
If you recall, this was like the second place you guys ever went adventuring in fact.
yeah.
It's been like 2 years since we've been to this volcano.
It was a tremendous, like, charred black stone ruin in there, and yeah, it seems your friend Astrian went to hide in there, and something has befallen her.
All right, in we go then. It's
It's
not
hard.
a tough journey, and hopefully not a high level one at all.
How'd you
Yeah,
hide in a
fuck is
volcano?
you guys'
Oh,
token? There you
poor
are.
baby. All right.
Would you kindly give me some travel rolls, please? It
Happy
is a
to.
journey.
Means we have the
Again,
chance.
unstoppable travel checks.
Oh no!
There's more than
Hey,
enough
there are
meat in
assistants.
here for
Yeah,
So-
advantage.
there's
Yeah.
plenty of people here to assist you. Okay. You
Wicked.
get there, no
Where did
problem.
we leave Cass?
In Avara.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was going to take Marcia Shaw up to Dethick Dale to get her
oh, that's right.
situated in her new home.
Yeah, okay, that's right. That's what was going on.
Pergnante,
Yeah, you
human
should
friendo.
make sure that he gets a something to know that we didn't all die in spook hell.
Oh yeah, I suppose yeah. I'll go through Valera for this one, and
Okay.
send a sending to Cassidy to let him know that we survived Ghost Minotha. Everything is fine now. The moose have gone to rest.
It is done now. The moves are
They've
sleeping.
been put out to pasture.
I almost said that, but
Valyria
I
is going to say that.
Oh,
Oh.
moo.
Moo.
Sad mooing intensifies. Moo.
Extremely sad mooing.
Moo.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Efficient.
Nice, nailed it. Yeah, he's got his in hard luck, so he can count real good. Yeah, hot elf babe.
Oh man, I want to see a hot elf babe. Oh wait, so I'll just look at Tassie.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
All right, that's
Just
good.
look
That'll
at
keep Mama
Cassie,
going
who-
for a while.
yeah. You look at Tessie, who's wearing half her normal robe and an Ursula top.
An Ursula-sized titty god.
Which is like slightly dampened now.
To be honest,
Moo.
if the shirt was bigger in her, it would be
Gonna
cute.
have to start milking you, I guess.
Moo.
Panic mooing.
Panicked mooing.
Intensifies for sure.
All right. So yeah, you arrive a day later or so at the foot of the dormant old volcano. Not extinct as folk had thought. You found out the last time you were here, there's still quite a bit of burbling lava held
Yes.
within.
Liquid hot magma.
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 There is, there's a cave entrance, and shortly within there is a long stone bridge extending into a pair of old ruins. Let me grab y'all's tokens.
Oh
Let's
boy.
see. Except, Szooth, would you like to be a normal Szooth or Mecha Szooth for this?
Going into volcano. So you know what? Let me be normal Szooth. I
You
want
want to have mobility in a place full of lava?
Yeah.
Why would you
I
say
can
something so
understand that.
sensible? I don't understand.
I won't do anything for damage, but you know what? I'll live. Literally.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
living is half the battle. Right down
What do I
to
do
it.
now, though?
All right. Oh yeah, poor old man August. Oh god.
I think the only magic item I have is fucking Shadow Killer.
Yay!
No!
As a weapon, yes. You remember you got the rest of it.
I mean, you can't really
I
use the
mean-
glaive.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a glaive now, and because fucking wizards are lame, you know, monks can't use glaives or any weapon that's heavy.
Yeah, but not weapon. But every other item you got.
Yeah, I mean, I have the Amulet of Health, which is
Szooth-
really good.
Szooth is
I-
quite constitute now, it's true.
Her bray, and then you got the cloak as well.
Yeah, that is true.
Which is really fucking good. Especially for you.
What the fuck?
What's up?
These are some truly ancient preps. Like, well over a year old. Let's see if I can find any of this shit.
But here they are. A done deal.
Maybe. All right. So, as you are making your way into the mountainside, you come upon that familiar long expanse of bridge. All of you, save for Saris and Nahia, rapidly begin to sweat, for it's getting pretty goddamn hot in here. There's magma scant 100 feet below you, billowing up to engulf these ancient ruins. Whereupon, much as before, you see a throne sat in the far back of the aged complex, and there are a couple of unfamiliar men standing at the far end of the bridge, and Astrienne herself, the great big cowgirl succubus, is sat on the throne. She looks up when you enter, waves. Ah, good, you actually got my message. Or the return of the message that you sent me. Whichever, it doesn't matter. Help, please.
Right.
Sure.
On it.
What's happened?
She throws her hands up.
I would assume it's those two are part of the problem.
Well, yeah.
Yes and no. I came here searching for refuge. I remembered there used to be this complex out here, some volcanic temple. But no one else would have known about it, which is true to an extent. Unfortunately, the temple's defenses are still here. I sat down on this nice, comfortable throne, and now I can't leave. There's a magic circle somewhere below me, and I can't see it to get to it to disable it.
Rather worrying that. As far as I can see from this angle, all that's under you is lava.
Yes, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Indeed. Don't worry, friend. We're here for you.
Yeah. Hey, Hashat.
Hmm.
Could you do a stone wall deep enough to block the lava flow?
I could make a wall of stones, yes.
I think that'll do. And then we'd just have to climb under.
I'll have to take a look at the lava, which way it's all flowing, yeah.
Do we need to do any of that?
We could, I mean, there might be another way. But we just
I
don't-
mean, if Szooth can get in, technically
Oh,
Szooth
right,
can
yeah,
just get in
dispel
out with
him.
her.
we don't know where the circle is, though.
Does the circle cover everywhere?
That is a good point. I could just cast the fuck out of Dispel Magic on it.
Yeah,
Walk all the way
I
up
don't
there.
have any magical ability whatsoever, which may come as a surprise as a succubus, but here we are.
That's fine. Put all of your would-be capabilities into being pretty and making very pretty jewelry. So, you know. That's it as well. I will. Wondering if you could help me make some new wedding rings.
How,
Oh, sure, of course.
Thank you.
Just let Szooth do the thing.
I thought that the entrances are to this magic circle is submerged in lava. DCR.
I haven't been able to confirm.
That's true. What's the sitch here as we get closer?
So there are two humanoids in full heavy armor that's been kind of scorched black. They both wield a pair of great swords, which are planted in the ground before them at rest, but as you approach, they stiffen, straighten. Astral will put up her hands. So when I came up here, I happened across a couple of knights, and I may have charmed them just a little bit. To protect me from the lynch mob, in my defense. Except now that I'm in the circle, I can't command them at all, and they've just been standing there. I'm not actually sure they're alive in there at all anymore. It's been months.
Characters. Remind me again, is Estrania a bard?
Asrian, as far as you know, is like a craftsman.
Yeah.
She is, however, a
Geographer,
succubus.
but she is a succubus.
Really should apply to that bard college. Certainly gets in trouble like one.
Alright. Okay. Oh, poor souls.
It looks like there's many sideways around this map.
What's that fog around them?
smoke.
Yeah,
I
that
would
is
assume.
steam rising up from the lava.
Why just there specifically?
Good question.
Okay. So the knights look like they react at all if you come over to the side?
Nope.
Okay. I'm trying
They
to get a
vibing.
better look. Wondering what's going on with the steam if I try to get a look from it over here.
That is through a wall.
Oh.
Also, when you go into this room, yeah, you can see there's a quite substantial magic circle chiseled into the floor over here, which is glowing red. As Hashat, you walk by, you feel a tug from your headdress, and Valeria will say, "Well, that looks familiar."
Hmm?
A circle. It's similar to the one I was bound in.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Wait, that was the. Did it also function as a control circle?
Yes, that's it exactly.
Oh, that might be the key then.
Do you know how to operate that one?
Not instinctually, but I think your demon friend's right. This was a volcanic temple.
Did you
Oh.
see anything around there, Szooth, or is it all just building?
Okay. It's a good question. Tell me if I need to make a roll for this. Savin, how aware am I of volcanic cultures and their may be or may not propensity to build thrones that drop into lava, magic traps? Because that might be something does.
Well, you do remember you fought Vulcanus himself on a giant island of stone in the middle of a lava pit that was quickly consumed by lava once he went into his death throes. So, it's very possible that she could be dropped into the lava, yes.
I feel as if we shouldn't touch this thing until we know what we're doing, in case of accidental lava.
If anything, what you said makes a point for not throwing the spell on it, but instead trying to use this circle and just control it and undo whatever lock is there.
I mean, yes, but only if we can understand it. After all, the control circle might have a option to drop the throne into lava that we don't know about.
Can
It would
Mm,
not.
can our
yeah.
friend there? I don't suppose she can fly.
Yeah, is there any your wings functional at the very least if the platform drops out?
Yes, I can fly, though unfortunately I can't leave this circle.
That's fine. We just wanted to make sure you won't perish if we,
Oh,
if
no, I'll be
yeah,
fine.
okay, good. Alright, cool.
All right. Well, more leeway to experiment.
Then I'll stand here and watch just in case something fucky happens.
I'm less worried about my dying from the fire as my two friends there, assuming they're actually alive in there. I can't sense anything outside this circle.
I look at them. Do I see anything? Is
They
there a
are
spark of light?
fully encased in their armor.
Question.
Special spirit eyes.
Wait,
You
how,
make a
Oh
perception.
right,
how long
Nahia's
have
not
they
a
been standing there?
paladin anymore. You can't
I'm
do
done.
your.
I got
Astrian will just kind of grimace. Since the winter.
They're
Oh, they're
dead.
definitely dead.
Oh, they're
Which
dead.
is strange. Strange that your a hold over them is still sort of.
Well, I wonder if they've been turned
I-
into sentinel statues like those Vulcan's ones were. It's possible that magic circle up there controls them now.
Is that what happened?
They might well have been
Yeah.
turned into sentinels.
Just so you know, for the future, that if a cat throw, well, most anything doesn't eat or drink water in like a week, they sort of die.
Mm.
I am
Actually-
so sorry. I swear I didn't mean for this to happen. I would have let them go after the mob left, but this
Ah,
circle's completely disrupted me.
Shit.
Once I got trapped, they just stood there, slack-jawed.
That.
Oh, I'm going to cry now.
Well,
don't do that. We're going to get you out of here. Oh, Shot just stepped in the circle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hashat, make a charisma save.
oh boy.
Hey.
I don't have Inspire to give, sorry.
Not the character.
Well, let's see.
Character sheet.
I have. Do you want that?
Sure. Why not?
Hopefully it helps.
It
Yeah,
probably
just
did.
Yeah,
for
that
sakes.
helped a lot. Okay, Hashat, when you step over the barrier of the circle, you feel an electric tingle rush up you from your hoovies to your fingertips, like you just got hit by a lightning bolt. But the sensation passes, though you feel quite warm and not in a comforting way, like a I'm about to die of heat stroke sort of way.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll pass control to Valera. She knows more about this than I do.
So before you can, you'll hear her say into your mind, "Uh-oh, something's missing. There should be an idol up on that altar, but it's gone."
Up on where she is?
No, right in front of you.
Right there.
Oh, geez, right in front of me. Oh.
The whole thing's been stripped clean. This whole temple's barren. Surprised whoever looted this place didn't take the circle.
They may have
Any
tried.
idea? Does he have any idea what was in it? What the idol was?
It should have been a statuette of Vulcanus.
Hmm.
A devotional icon to, well, like a holy symbol.
Right. Its
make
absence
one?
keeps you from interacting with the circle.
It will make it much harder.
Hmm.
Can we make you a statuette?
If you
Yeah,
have the
that's-
crafting tools.
That's a
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
I believe
do.
Ursula could.
Ursula is our
Please-
stone queen.
Can I use this rock? Hey, can I use the rock from the Primordial Temple?
That would be highly appropriate, yes?
Cool. I picked up this nice rock over there. It's like, okay.
Cool. I just have a
Cool, I happen to have already stolen a rock, but
I'm glad the situation came up.
Well, yes. Like I've used
Weird how that
Mason's
works
tool
out
in
there,
that place multiple times.
It's true,
So
yeah.
don't worry. Yeah,
Thanks.
I got pieces there, so I could just. Okay, let me. Can I get some a little bit of help here? I can.
Sure. I'll assist you.
Yeah. Let's see here. 23.
All right. Yeah, if you are familiar with the physical appearance of Vulcanus himself. You have seen his holy symbols, his brazier, multiple times. You have no trouble whatsoever constructing an appropriate holy icon, a little stone statuette to set upon the altar.
Yeah. Valera, look. Like this.
Beautiful, perfect. Just set it on the altar, right in the middle.
You just gently, carefully placing it. There we go. There.
Thank you, Ursula. All right. Let us hope this temple isn't too badly damaged. Though it seems most of it's already been consumed. Wonder how much longer it would have lasted.
There.
A shot if you surrender control.
Yeah.
Larry will put you down on your knees, clasp her hands onto the stone beneath, and begin to incant prayers to Vulcanus to tame and master the flames. Would you please have her roll a religion check?
Does having a chorus help her? Because I can wander over and check my voice in the chorus if need be. Admittedly in Draconic, but I mean, Vulcanus, I think, doesn't mind a Draconic version.
Yeah, you can assist for sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll
So
wander on over and do the dragon version of fire is cool, fire is great. Not that I was needed.
Oh, that's ticked on over there. Okay. So I guess 21?
Mm-hmm. A 21. There is a lengthy chant giving praise to the dead Fire Lord, invoking his spirit, and begging him to quench the ceaseless flames beneath the earth. And then, very slowly, the lava begins to recede. It's not impressive enough of a recession to really affect the map that you would be able to see from this angle. It lowers about 15 feet or so in its near fathomless depths of a volcano, but it's enough that those of you still on the bridge can peer down to see that the throne is set at the top of a quite large pillar that descends down and down into the lava field, and it is tiered with several terraces supported by more pillars below. While the top has a semicircle, the rest are full circles. This recession of the lava reveals two further terraces, and the lowest of the two is indeed home to a magic circle, very much the same as the one Hashat is currently stood in, but you can see two pentagrams on it, one normal and one inverted, layered over top each other, and the runes are glowing wildly.
You want to be blessed that?
Hisses. Oh, that stings a bit.
Oh, okay. You want me to give it a blast?
If you don't mind.
So fifth. All right.
Right, that is sufficient to dispel the magic circle. The runic enchantment gutters out, and you can see your succubus friend take a gasp as if fresh air is entering her lungs for the first time. And the two knights just crumple to the ground. Piles of rotted meat and bone. Astral
Just
grimaces.
kick those into the lava.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's the thing, though. They were in a volcano. There's not a lot of moisture. They are beef jerky.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
they're jerky
All right.
boys.
I'm gonna say some prayers over them and see if they have any medals or identification. The equivalent
Yeah.
of their night dog tags.
They do indeed both have packs, and looking through them, you are able to identify them as a pair of Knights Occult from Anders Bay.
Okay.
Figure out their names easily enough. Astrian will gingerly extend a foot over the edge of the pillar to make sure that she's not about to walk into a trap of some sort where she hops over. I can't believe I was stupid enough to fall for that.
It's hiding under lava.
Still, I should have been more careful. And my stupidity combined with elven bigotry cost these two men their lives. I am truly, truly sorry. I have broken my word to you, although by accident, of course. Still, if you wish to be rid of me, I would not blame you.
No, we've all made mistakes that have cost lives before. And I carry my own such mistake with me still. It would be remiss for me to deny someone else in much the same situation. I'll be different circumstance.
Mistakes that have cost people their lives. I would have no idea. Smash
Alright.
got to a dragon eating like kobolds by the top.
Just buy like fucking cereal.
It's like a bag of popcorn.
Crunchy, crunchy. Yeah, alright, I shall say prayers for them and then I guess roll them into the lava and we'll keep their dog tag, so to speak.
Don't forget to empty their pockets first.
I'm
Why
not
not?
taking.
Maybe
I'm not looting them. That feels way too fucked. I will take their identification and let them and their belongings go.
Sploosh, sploosh.
So August
Yeah,
recognizes this
that
place,
is-
these kinds of ruins.
No, I don't. That's the thing. This is like your little voice in your head says. This is elemental fire religion, but I don't recognize the culture that made it. I'm an Othan, not Elven.
We were here a while back. We helped some Candornites to retrieve an artifact from here. There was a crystal. They called it the heart of the mountain.
Yeah,
A big black jewel of some kind that's just seethed with magic.
Wasn't this place dwarven? I feel like this place was dwarven, and specifically the heart was quote unquote forged because the lava was a forged specifically, but I could be wrong.
could be,
You-
maybe. Yeah. Not on the normal style of
let
dwarven
me check.
architecture, though.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get a bit of help here with the big stony moo and the tiny stone bear. So can is it mason or stone cunning?
This would be stone cunning.
Okay. 27.
Okay. Indeed. This is likely a precursor to the dwarven culture that you are familiar with. It's incredibly old but ornate, as dwarven stonework is. Between you and Sarish, you can guess this place was, well, probably not made in the Stone Age, was not much newer than that. It's far before modern dwarven culture evolved, such as it is.
Like, this is the premium note that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Guess it's been baked like clay. Survived all this time.
Well, tend to when you work with stone and live with it, it's like you just sort of try to make shit that lasts.
True enough.
Yes. She just knocks on her head. See? So,
Guess we can head out.
yes,
Head to Port Morgs.
Yes, I'm happy to be rid of this place. Back to my cowgirl disguise then.
Well,
Moo indeed.
the Dalman
Oh, we
is
can-
all handled and completed.
Good. Glad to see those poor creatures put to rest. They deserved better than what they
I
got.
have a question.
Hmm.
The castle that is on the road to the port, weren't we invited before?
Hmm?
Lu-
You mean
Uh,
to
Raymond?
Castle Raymond?
Raymond. Yeah.
Your friend Jax lives there. That is his castle. Well, his dad's castle.
yeah.
Yeah. And if I remember, it's like Jack said like that. Oh well, if you ever got the time to get come past Castle Raymond, glad to have you.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, if you want to stop in on your way, that is totally fine. He would indeed be stoked to have you. So if you guys want to throw another set of travel rolls, be heading over here for like 2.5 days probably.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, we can get I can rent a carriage. So
Fucking whatever, 32. I don't give a shit.
Jesus fuck. Okay.
Nyum.
You.
Ah,
Wow. That's unusual.
It's unusual.
I have a 5 in survival, so don't worry.
Oh, we're fine.
Ah.
Just Valve can throw a crit on it.
Yeah.
Patch shit up.
Discovery!
We have to. I don't have the energy for a discovery.
Oh shit.
Can
Yeah,
we just
not
take
like-
the
wait.
gimme?
So discovery,
we
and
can
you wanted to go
discover
to
it.
Raymond Castle anyway. Yeah, and plus Scow's voice is giving out. I think this is probably a good place to end it. And next time we can do all the stuff along this route.
Oh boy. That means Ships is gonna start on Discovery and Sav&D is gonna start on Discovery.
Yeah, because after all, you're getting a discovery right on the edge of the big haunted forest.
Great.
Further proof.
Oh,
that
boy.
Savin is the same
Don't
person.
worry, you're getting your discovery on the edge of a great haunted mountain.
Yay!
Woo!
All right.
Or literally
So remind me, just for the purposes of prep, Kina, what business did you have at Port Morgue again?
I was going to get a boat to the lighthouse and then dig up Galwin, Autumn Star, and leave her ring with her,
Yes, of course.
So you'd be
and then
interred
bury her,
properly.
and then bury her back up.
Makes
I have a
sense.
question, Kina.
What?
Do you even need a boat to get to the lighthouse?
Technically, no, but just because I can breathe
Does mean you want
underwater.
to stride the ocean together?
I
The
mean,
water
I would.
and- like the water and
I
Hashat
mean, we
don't like
could
each other very
surf.
much.
Kina could, like, on the surface there, and then Szooth could surf on her.
What?
This could be your surfboard.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Down here. Here it is.
It always is, but I love it.
Yeah, sorry, it was just a fun thing. I thought, like, you just imagine Kina just high velocity, like a fucking, like, you know, the scene from Incredibles when she's the mom boat, and then Szooth is just riding like fucking Aquaman on top of Sea Cow.
I can't. I don't float though. I sink to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
She
sink
walks
to the
along the bottom. If Szooth tried
Yes,
riding
I
her
still have
shot,
the-
then.
I still have the cork. You could literally hold on to it.
Oh God.
Oh, God, this is
jeez.
ridiculous. I think she'd just rather take a fucking boat and just be more comfortable in odds that she can't die if she falls overboard.
Yeah,
That's how like coward talk.
Sometimes that's just how
Yeah,
coward talk
sorry.
be.
It's
No.
yeah. Don't worry. It's just some fun. It was just fun shit I thought of.
You
I can
guys are
safely
ridiculous.
say, yeah, I can
Alright.
safely say for once that next session's discovery is going to be nothing like Savin's idea for a discovery, and yet at the same time they're going to be incredibly similar anyway.
Because you're the same DMs, I'm convinced. You're just taking different
Basically.
hats on.
Yeah.
No, don't you see? That's why they got the game on different days to share one DM brain cell.
I
It's
know.
true. They're back.
Oh, man.
They're back to back just to
Hold
give
on.
us the extra recovery time in between.
Look at these ancient tokens.
Oh my.
I have no idea what
little-
you're talking about.
Oh,
Little manlet
Oh, no.
shot here.
I never changed.
Oh no.
like I said, I don't know. I don't know about you. I don't see fucking
Yeah, it's
difference.
just
Yeah, I
a
mean,
shot,
these three
really.
are.
What the
You
fuck?
guys haven't changed all that much, although Nahia's grown some big stonking horns.
Yeah, I got me some
I can't
horns.
believe the shots
I gained a few inches of height.
I can't believe Hashat's entire character is just a meme of 5'11" versus 6 foot.
I mean, hey,
Who in the fuck are you? All right.
God.
Let's see. But before you get there, you get your discovery to deal with. Lamau.
Oh boy.
Let's
I can't
see.
believe
And
that.
in Anders Bay, you were just gonna go talk to Duke Lucian, right? Anything else I need to be aware of?
I'm gonna give Leona a hug.
Okay.
She's
mean,
not.
Rub it
Is
tummy.
she here? Is she
In-
here?
No, Leona's in
Oh.
Anders
Anders Bay.
Bay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's where she lives.
Mm.
Just continuing to live in her mother's basement, as the neat do. Let's see. Let me just get her map out. All right, go give Leona a hug. Do not give her mom a hug, though. Baby mamas do not deserve
Say
a hug.
clear, my brain's just
I know.
twitting.
I know. All right. Yeah, that's easy enough. And then, don't really have to prep anything for going to visit Senatrea, because why would anything bad happen with Big Dragon Mommy?
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's
Oh
great.
shit! Yeah, I know
I'm
what your
actually gonna
discovery's gonna be. I've had that prepped for like 1,000,000 years.
Oh,
I wonder if I still
Oh,
have it prepped.
That's concerning.
I can't
Oh,
wait.
oh
to get-
shit.
I do.
wait.
Sweet. Okay.
I can't wait to go back and hug Senatrea again.
Man, that is some ancient shit. All right.
Yeah, you were what? You had I was wondering, you had like a bandit group there, level 1s or 2s, shit like that, ready for
Yeah,
us.
it's a bunch of level 1 bandits that you guys could have encountered 100 sessions ago, but didn't. Yeah, and it's pretty much exactly that sort of shit.
Oh, it would be hilarious. Like, stand and deliver. It's like, son, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this.
You know, it's really weird when the kobold of the party can actually just stand there and take getting stabbed by these guys and not be threatened.
Yeah, pretty much.
Their
The
damage is so
kobold
low
could
that
solo the entire bandit camp. Yep, checks out.
Yeah, that's like the fun part. Like, stand and deliver. Your money or your life. It's like, everyone just looks at them. Like,
everyone is like,
fuck you, do
call an
this."
ambulance,
Oh.
but not for me.
Yeah.
All right, let's do XP right quick. So it is now April the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th.
Oh, is this what I think it is?
Now remember travel
So
speeds.
before we end, I
Mhm.
have something.
Okay.
Oh,
I
no.
have something. I just got back a commission, and it's about Hashat.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Just continue on. Let me just get this.
I love those size comparison fucking
Get this
images.
ready. Here we go. I'm gonna put this in voice chat.
Yay.
Is it actually a size comparison?
No.
Okay.
Ah,
Let me actually
Oh my
see
god.
It is.
Yeah.
It is Centaur
Yes.
Hashat.
Excellent.
we need this. We need this. We
Time
need
to
fucking
join
make this shit
Jacquard's
happen.
herd full time again.
Hey, she's actually,
I thought it would be a funny what if.
hey, she's actually large size, so one of us could ride her.
She could.
Wow. Centaur is shot pretty as fuck.
Centaur Hashat would be fucking huger than regular Hashat.
Beyond juiced sized.
I don't think we could fit her in any
Yeah.
more
Fucking
places.
Shire horse.
No, she would.
Tour.
Yeah, she would.
Also, I need to show that size
Straight up
comparison
Shire
to the
horse
stream.
body.
Because good god.
Yeah.
Hashat's progression of growth in this game is pretty staggering.
It's all your fault.
Poor
Okay.
Cass is just a dick
If you
knight
become
now. As God intended.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you mean, poor cats?
Oh,
Yes. I would say this: if Hashat becomes a centaur, she'd be a fucking huge-sized centaur.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
oh Lord.
Oh
Alright.
yeah, experience that thing.
Yes, that thing,
That
experience.
thing.
Did you explore a new interesting location for the first time? No, you've been all of these places before. Did you discover an interesting truth about the world?
Mm,
Pre-Stone Age dwarves.
Yeah, you found some, like, I guess, Hopper Age dwarf architecture. That's pretty neat. Preserved in time by the intense heat of a volcano.
Huh. That's cool.
Did you make a new ally or lasting enemy? You have not met any new NPCs, so no. Did you advance or complete a quest?
Yeah.
Actually, wait.
Save Bastion.
I'm not giving you XP for it, but Voron fucking made a lasting enemy. Hilaria was not very fucking happy getting scryed on out of nowhere. And just having a familiar call her a dick. Like, you fucking dare. Rip.
Yeah, and one day Valeria's gonna she's gonna go to sleep and then is going to see in her mind's eye Big Voron. Okay, oh fuck. I've caused a faff.
Implying Bellaria isn't like 3 times bigger than Big Voron.
No, it's more like you see Big Voron and go, oh, I've just gone and spat on some god shit. This is gonna be really annoying. It's gonna be a whole thing to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As I
but
was
here's
telling
the
chat,
thing,
Bellaria
if
is the
she's
nicest of the Primordials too.
Yeah.
It's just really,
Well,
really unhappy about getting spied on.
Oops.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
rude.
Well, I
You
mean,
can't
I
just
mean,
scry on people without their permission. That's rude.
well, no one has seen her in like forever. So, well, how else am I supposed to fucking find her?
You
Yeah,
know,
maybe
because
take that as a
that
hint.
you know.
because if COVID has taught us anything, it's that after like a long time of not being seen by the outside world, the first thing we want is for the outside world to see us when we're off guard.
Yeah, she's just like hasn't bathed in 3 days. Her hair is all mussed up. She's got huge bags under her eyes and just
No
reeks
judge.
of Doritos. Just looks up like, oh God, don't see me like this.
Oh, I see what it is. Valeria's just spent the entire time being a fucking gremlin.
Yes. You spent all that time her minute alone. What the fuck do you think? You think she's doing her hair?
Shaved her legs in
No,
fucking
she's-
ages.
Exactly.
Indeed, she's just sitting there with a fucking, what's it called, a picture of, Doritos
such-
and
like,
Mountain
there's
Dew
no-
mix.
There's no magic equivalent of voicemail.
Yeah, there is. It's the sending spell.
Yes,
You
actually,
can't. Hmm.
that is in fact the magical equivalent to voicemail.
The sending spell allows you to respond, but you know the person got it. It goes in their answering machine.
Hmm.
We don't have the thing.
Yeah, what happened is you could have sent her a voicemail, but you instead gave her a Discord video call, and she chose not to pick up.
Oh.
She hit decline.
Maybe I should.
You might want to try a sending apology.
Sorry about the sudden scry.
Yeah.
Well, keep that
Fucking
in mind
hell.
for next session. It's
Okay,
not a bad
more
idea.
Interesting truth about the world, actually. We've seen the big jade.
Yeah, that's true. You've seen into Saracina's palace and a big fucking crystal. You have no idea what that's all about, but there it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Did you
Certainly
advance
something.
or complete a quest? I guess you
really.
have made progress on Hashat's new quest to discover the fate of the Primordials,
Yeah.
Sure.
for good or for
Yeah.
ill. Did you discover a new page in a companion story? don't.
Yeah, look
really-
at Astral. Look at where she's located right now. She sure is our companion bar, isn't she?
I mean, look, if you want to take the random succubus blacksmith on as a companion, that's fine, I guess.
I mean,
but-
I mean, look, until we reach Anders Bay, she is.
All right,
Sorry,
people
until
who
we
are
reach
just
Morgus.
randomly traveling with you do
No,
not
you're
get to
right.
count as
Okay,
companions.
yeah, that's true. That's she's more an employee than a companion.
All right, so 2 XP. No, 32. 2.
Up in
And
455.
more XP for Saris.
Yay!
Soon.
I rolled like hot fire today in my fucking checks other than survival here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Soon Saris will level enough that she can get her wingy back.
That's not a level feature. Actually, that's a feat. She could actually take that as a
Yeah.
feat next level. It's true.
Yeah, she could essentially level into getting wingies
Well,
back.
Or, you know,
How
you
far
can
off
just
is
talk
she
to
from
Grandma.
the next threshold? Because I don't
Let's see.
think I have access to a sheet at least.
She is at 379 out of 450.
You could certainly train her a bunch to get her up there then.
Yeah, you guys could put a bunch of XP training into Saris.
Might not be a
I
terrible
will say
idea.
this, we could also have her talk to Grandma.
Can she do ascending to Senatrea?
Saris does not have the sending spell. She
she
has
doesn't have the
second level spells.
Oh, well. shit.
She is 11th level, but she is an Eldritch Knight.
First. Yeah.
Oh,
Her primary spell is extra attack.
Yeah.
However, I am
Okay,
still really
well,
quite
thanks for
fond
the session.
of these two spells.
Yeah, they're cool.
Are they optimal? No. Are they flavorful? Yes.
Yes. That's the most important part.
Very cute.
Indeed. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for showing up. Hope you guys had fun. And if you're watching on the stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in a couple days. Hopefully, Scout has her voice back and can run 4E. Till then,
Mhm.
adios.